days easy.
He's he's a day old. He's an infant.
Okay.
And you don't really know if it's male or female, but having Davin checked, you know that it's a male.
Okay.
It's a baby boy.
Baby rooster.
I'm gonna put some music here.
Okay. That is
Okay.
calming.
Congratulations, it's a boy.
It's a boy.
It's a baby
What is
boy.
the
I'm sorry.
baby boy?
Okay, you're speaking too loudly now. Yeah, so...
Am I?
No, it's just them, that they're being extremely loud and it, like, overshots everything. So...
Oh, you're talking about Mito?
Yeah,
I have
Mito. You have him muted.
Es que,
Wow.
sorry, ahorita pasó, ¿verdad? Eileen.
Que hablan
Anyways.
por encima. Yeah.
Where am I at ahora mismo? Where am I at the moment?
You find yourself in the barn, the stables of the Sad Pub Inn, the Sad Horse Pub. You found yourself in the stables with Davin with you, as you're just looking at your little baby griffin. He's playful. He's trying to learn how to walk. He's kind of seeing you as his protector as you're giving him food and playing with it. What do you wish to do? Why do you keep stopping though?
Let's keep this moment going. I kneel down to its level, and I wait for him to try to walk towards me.
Okay. Roll an animal handling check.
I didn't even suck it down. I'm gonna roll it on D&D Beyond, actually.
Alright.
Animal handling, right?
Yep.
Ooh!
What'd you roll?
17.
Why does playlist keep stopping?
I thought you were looking at it. Sorry.
No, it's just that the song keeps stopping and I'm not pressing anything, which is why it's taking me out of it. So, alright. Game log. So you rolled a 17. Okay. You playfully call to its attention. You take a piece of food, and the baby griffin looks at you and starts wobbling slowly to you, trying to get up, move his hind legs, and prostrate itself. And he takes a step and then falls with one leg as it's trying to regain its strength and move closely and closely. And after, a few seconds of this, the griffin takes a bite out of the treat you had for him.
I was thinking exactly, me sacaste la palabra de la boca, pero okay. I give him the treat and I say it's alright, boy. We'll take care of you. And I don't think we named it, right?
You did. You sent me a name and
what
Greg
was it?
a name. I do not remember.
Okay, I'll say the name ahora mismo, but I'll just look for it in nuestra conversación.
Yeah.
Just assume I said the name.
So look for Greg.
Greg.
Yeah, Greg. So why? Who's in my
I will fuck.
freaking Spotify?
Why is everyone?
Someone's stopping.
What are the other characters doing at the moment? Are they close by, or am I alone with the griffin?
You are alone with Davin. Davin is with you because you and him have an agreement to partake in taking care of the griffin. It's a baby, it's an infant, and it requires constant supervision and attention. So it doesn't have his mother, so one of you has to be with the baby at all times.
Correct.
Or at least be in the vicinity to make sure it doesn't get out of hand.
So while I give him the treat and I tell him all that, I look at Gavin, como que como que para que se tire para acá. You know, so he comes closer, so the baby
Okay.
baby Griffin can assimilate him. También.
Yeah, the Griffin's been with the both of you.
I don't know.
Like
Sometimes, yeah, I
you've
know.
switched turns.
He was born with us. I know.
Yeah, he's already gotten attached, or what you can say a baby would be, to your presence, and so whenever you like show up, he gets excited because it's food, it's playtime, and stuff like that.
Damn. I really don't have nothing in mind at the moment. Like, where's the festival?
The festival is in the city. When you woke up, you saw that there were multiple banners that were placed, multiple festivities and plans. They're all held in the inner city, in the central city, and you can see that a lot of people are heading up that way. Taking family and friends, being a whole festive evening for everybody.
Okay. I assume I spend like, I don't know, like an hour or two, taking care of it, being there, playing around, feeding it, caring for it. And then afterwards, I tell Davin, it's like, I'm gonna get out and check that festival at the, take care of, I still haven't found the name. I'll figure it out. I'll know where it is. I'll just name it something else.
Take care of
But
the baby.
yeah, just take care of the Griffin. Yeah,
Take
take care of the baby. Until I come back.
Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Even if he bites, I'll take care of it. The baby's just a baby.
All
He
right.
doesn't know what he's doing. All right.
Hey, Davin.
Yeah.
Hey, Davin.
Yeah.
Don't let him control you.
I don't think a baby can
And
control
I walk
me.
away.
You walk away and you look at Davin. You feel Davin's confusion as he looks at the baby Griffin and like takes a step back. Like, can you control me? Like, what does he mean? What does he know? and you just leave the barn and you pass through the entrance to the Sad Horse Pub, where the rest of your party is practically having their break.
Okay.
Anybody else want to take the reins for now?
All right. I am like the festival's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look around the town to see if I can find a library to find more information about more temples about the Raven Queen.
Okay. You head outside of the pub after taking a night's rest from the adventures you previously faced. You see Varys also walking his way towards the inner city, and so you accompany him to the gate. A couple of guards are just there making watch. You see a lot of people just walking and having some fun time. You see them with ringlers, you see them with music being played everywhere. And you can see a giant structure that has a sign with like books being written and read, giving you an indication that that is the library.
Well, I guess I found my destination for today. I need to seek more knowledge, as I usually do. What I'm going to do is just walk into the area and see if I can find
Am I with him?
Yeah.
At the
You're
moment? Did I already
walking
get
with
there?
him, yeah. Yeah, you're walking with him.
So like I'm walking and I see Aileen like walking away from the party. Like I cross by
Yeah,
her.
from
It's like,
the thing, yeah.
you're leaving already? I just got here, But I thought we were gonna celebrate.
Well, I have to find more information. I need to see if there are more temples of my patron around. There are things that I need to do, and offerings to be offered to. in order to gain more power. Jesus
Well-
Christ, my eyes.
All right, but you should relax sometimes. Yeah,
I'll
I go
meet
like.
you I'll
Take-
meet you guys in. I'll
Be
meet you
careful,
guys
man.
in Town Square. I'll meet you guys in Town Square. I won't be gone for long.
I joined the party.
All right.
Oh, you go to the festival. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna walk into the building and look for the person in charge to see if they have any information and in relation to which is basically arcane stuff. If they have any books, any records.
All right. You walk directly into the front gates of the library. Inside, there's a few people, really. Not many people come to a festival to read books. But you see that there are some families here who are like lore keepers, grandfathers who love to read books for their children, and you see them with books detailing heroes of the past, heroes of Dorian Kingdom and Ness of itself, and you hear them in the background speaking tales of heroism and how they faced a demon or uprising and how they stopped a monster from overtaking the region long ago. You walk up the front, and in front there's this old lass as he's poundering over books, trying to recollect and reorganize the books that people have taken and brought back. You walk up front, and he takes notice of your presence. He has his glasses over his nose, like, oh, hello! I don't think I've seen you before. You have a
Hello,
striking
I am-
presence. Yes.
I am fairly new to town. I am
Mhm.
actually seeking for information into the arcane arts, if you will. Probably records of the yes. If you have any records or tomes written about the temples of the Raven Queen herself.
The Raven Queen? That's not something you hear every day. If it weren't for the fanatics that live on the outskirts next to the crypt, I wouldn't hear that name as often.
There are a few that share the that share the passion, but some of us are brought into her grasp by coincidence sometimes, and some of us are brought in seeking answers.
Well, I'm not very fond of the Raven Queen as her followers are. They see a mother in her, as I'm sure you do as well. You being a follower, one of her daughters, if it were to be the Covenant. The Raven Queen's books. Follow me. I will take you to the books you search for. Using your researcher background and your cloistered scholar feature, you're able to gain access to books normal people don't have access to. And so he actually takes you to the back as he gets a sense of your book scholarship into it, and he helps you compile some of the books with what little information there is about the Raven Queen. But there is information about the followers, which is one of the books you were looking for, and he hands you this pile to you. Now I want you to roll an investigation check, with advantage because you have a lot more information that you would normally. With it, roll with the highest.
All right. So, wait, advantage that's a wisdom roll or an intelligence.
Intelligence. History's intelligence. You roll 2d20s, and the highest number is your number.
Yeah. Oh, 2d20. Shit.
Yeah.
Wait.
Advantage, my friend. Modifier.
I gotta bust out the other set then. Look.
No, just roll the d20 twice and use the highest number. It's not that hard.
I mean, yeah, but it's easier to just roll 2 if you have to. Music
Hey.
got quite loud. I got a 16 and a 3, so I'll take the 16. Thank you very much.
All right, 16 plus what is your history?
On it.
Your history's a +5, so you got a 21. Yeah.
Overdue.
Yeah, that would do it. Why does it keep stopping though? Why do you do this?
The music?
Spotify. Yeah, the music keeps stopping. I don't know if I have to reset the computer for it to run. I'm not doing that shit.
You'll
Usually
probably
it
have
says-
to keep it on loop.
No, it's
You'll probably have
it's
to keep it on.
Spotify. That's the thing. It's Spotify. Maybe if I play the songs directly on the computer instead, I'll do that in the background.
Yeah,
So-
it would be better if you do that.
Yeah, I downloaded the song, so I'll just play it from the computer there. So as you peek through the information that you find here, you read about the history of the Raven Queen and how she is not one of the gods that is openly praised. Wait, I said the word right. Openly praised. She's a goddess that is practically one of the newer ones. She's been in existence since Corlon and Lolth had a fight. But her followers came from the Shadowfell. As her influence began to creep into the material realm, her followers started to grow. Most of the followers tend to be warlocks instead of clerics, as they make pacts with the Raven Queen. With that in mind, you find that there are numerous locations where followers of the Raven Queen had decided to build their crypts and temples, and King Dorian never gave them permission to build one in the city itself because the other churches wouldn't allow it. They were, however, given permission to overtake and watch over the cemeteries of the Dorian kingdom. And so there is a small temple with clergy and warlocks found on the graveyards on the northern side of the city.
Interesting.
That is the closest one. The biggest temple that you heard previously is in Crescent Moon, and then there are numerous locations where temples are found, but the closest one is the one in the graveyard.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to write down the notes as I seek for basically read through the information,
Okay.
and I am going to seek for any possible conflicts or persecutions as well.
Executions.
No, persecutions. in
Persecutions
specific.
made against the Raven Queen's followers?
Yeah.
Raven Queen's followers. Well, there are. As you read through your history, you see that most of the followers, those from the Shadarkai directly, and followers of the Raven Queen, whenever they had a direct opposition, it usually came from another lesser deity of gods from the evil spectrum. Vecna. Followers of Vecna tend to fight the Raven Queen. Because most of the followers were trying to gain, ¿cómo se dice? They're trying to get renown to be viewed by Vecna as a worthy subject, as a worthy worshipper, and so they attacked a lot of the Raven Queen's clergy and followers.
I guess that is a following that I must either avoid or be wary of.
Yes.
So, is the old man still around, or did he just leave?
Oh, the old man is right outside the door as he's like organizing other books here and there. You can call for him.
All right, I'm just going to I'm just going to write down the notes that I need, and I am going to I'm just going to write down the information about the temples, the followers of Betna, any what what else would be useful for a follower of a deity that may or may not be at war with a specific kingdom right now? Anyway, I'm just gonna set down the books and put them in an organized pile, and then go outside, thank the old man, and then leave back to meet up with the party.
Okay. The old man, says thank you. Did you find what you were looking for?
Thankfully, as a matter of fact, I found more than what I was searching. Some important information that I was not aware of. I guess it was information that was lost when the library I belonged to was burnt.
I'm sorry to hear that. Wasn't that
Yeah.
library the last one that burned? Wasn't that from a town up north?
Yeah, sadly. Let's just say that we were heralded as heretics for simply the crime of seeking more knowledge.
Ah, I see, I
And
see. The shaman
I
of that state knows nothing of what he thinks, of what he knows. He's scared of what he doesn't have power over. Knowledge is a gift, and if you burn it away, those less fortunate and those who seek it must take it elsewhere or suck it up and follow orders.
It is indeed a tragedy. I truly hope this is at least the last case that we find, but I will not put my hopes up. It is a reason why I try to at least catalog and save as much information as possible.
Yes,
Actually,
yes.
I think I'm gonna use a concept. I'm gonna use a concept from the Castlevania series. The speakers, which are basically live walking libraries.
Oh, lore keepers, right? Like lore keepers that do that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they technically do that.
Yeah.
I forgot for a minute that.
Well, young lady, that is a very, very enticing vocation. I hope you can keep spreading the knowledge and the word that you learn. Please, do come any time if you seek knowledge. The library is open for all, but for a fellow researcher like you, we have access to a lot more down in the catacombs.
Thank you very much. I will also seek to bring you more of what I find on my travels. It is certainly a wonderful thing to have such a great archive in such a small town.
Yeah. Well, we do our little bit of lifting here, right? We need to keep the knowledge in the hands of those who need it. There's a lot of hidden knowledge and a lot of lost one as well, especially found in those ruins and tombs. But I fret not if it's something common or measly forgotten. I'm sure we can find it.
I wonder, is there a possibility that you may have any blank books? It may be useful. It may be useful in my travels to chronicle any information that I may find.
Well, we do have some blank books around here, and he looks around to find what would be a ledger. It's more of a ledger than anything. He brings out a ledger with empty pages. You could say cataloging about around 200 pages worth of ledger. He hands it to you. This was meant for somebody else, but that between you and me, he's never going to use it. Here you go. He hands you the ledger, and it's 200 pages. It's a normal ledger. You can cast magic on it. You can use your scry and everything. If you ever need to, if you ever write a book or try to publish one, you could always use the right channels if there was that ever a need. I know one of our heroes used it, and he published 5 books. Not really big hits, but nonetheless, he's a hero, and so you gotta respect what they wish. And he like guides you outside.
Thank, thank you very much. I will make sure it is well. It is put to well use. May your days be filled with more knowledge and more discoveries as the time goes on.
Thank you, young one. Thank you. Please have a grandiose heroes festival. Don't forget to try and win some prizes. This year they have a magical pouch that gives you whatever you wish. Apparently, I don't have the skill I used to when I was younger. Wobbly limbs now. But I'm sure you're young and you should be able to win some games.
Thank you very much. I will try. Have a good day.
Of course, you too, young lady. And you leave the library with the new knowledge that you have acquired. You can use that knowledge with however you wish. You can go to the Raven Queen's crypt if you wish, or you can explore the city a bit before heading that way. It's a bit up north. But before we go to you...
I'm going to do it.
You're going to what?
I was planning on basically like meeting up with the party, following in the festival, and then going probably during the night.
Okay, perfect. Mito, you wake up, and so does Astrea. You both get prepared, and you find yourselves in the middle of a festival as people are cheering and having fun and doing all sorts of things. You find yourself just distracted with a lot of people running around, screaming. There are some game installs that like repeat themselves on various locations. There's a few games that you can see. There's one about Dunk the Halfling, which is a halfling sitting on a booth with water below a tank below him, and there's like a hand with a target practice where you can hit it with a sandbag, and the halfling drops into the water. There's another called Shoot the Goblin, which uses a sort of like crafted toy gun where you have like 5 shots to hit the moving goblins in like a arcadey way with the moving.
Can I stop you right there?
Oh, that's me.
I want before I go to the festival, I wanna check on Gavin.
1 second, I gotta answer a call.
Okay, Angel. I know you just described the games.
Yep. There's 3 more, but yeah.
Describe the other 3 then.
Yeah, give me a second. I had an image as well. Because as you guys woke up, you found yourself on the bulletin board. There was another flyer that was added, which presented all 5 games that were present. Now I'm going to look for that thing, which is here. Art, game assets, GN, Berlin. Here we go. Festival activities, and I'm going to show the party now. Festival activities.
That's adorable, dude.
Yeah. So, as you see this bulletin board, it says, "The Heroes Festival, let the festivities begin. Come to the inner city and celebrate our heroes. We have many activities for young and old. Come and win amazing prizes." So the first one is Dunk the Halfling, where you hit the target markers and the halfling jumps into the water. We have Shoot the Goblins, which is an arcadey game where you shoot different goblins to rack up a score in order to win certain prizes. Then there's Glutton, which is a eating contest, which you need to sign up before they start. Then there's arm wrestling, which is a test of strength where multiple people compete to see who wins. I'm sorry. And then bull riding, which is another contest where you have to be the last one riding, practically the one that rode the longest. Those are the 5 festival activities you can find today.
There's one that's based on how hungry you are. There's like 2 based on dexterity, and there's one based on strength.
Not to mention animal handling.
So I'm gonna
No,
do. You know what? No. I retract. We're all together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say that everybody's together at this point. Aileen comes back and Varys is just distracted by the festivities.
Yeah, obligado.
Haven't taken into account like he could go and do
it's
anything.
Just like, yeah,
Romero,
he's overwhelmed. But I'm
supposed to
What?
be checking on Devon.
Devin's fine. I just came from there.
Ay, no, es que quería
Devin is the Griffin.
quería tener un momento mentor empleado y enseñarle un poco sobre animal handling, subirle un poco los tasks, dedicándole un poco de tiempo antes de irme al festival con Astrea.
So que tú no estabas ahí todavía, tú decías.
Exacto.
Yeah.
Menos eso es lo que quería hacer. Dedicarle un poco de tiempo a Devin para que crezca como personaje, enseñándole un poco de animal handling con el Griffin, porque animal handling es una de mis destrezas dominantes. Entonces,
Sí.
después invitar a Astrea a una cita en el festival.
I mean, Davin's already taking care of the baby griffin. So
I know.
So you do whatever you wish, really.
No, pero enseñarle un poco de animal handling, compartir un poco los conocimientos, como quien dice.
Yeah, it's already there, you know, says... Did I send this to the correct chat? I don't think I did.
Ahora, yo no tengo ningún problema si invito a Astrea a una cita en la y ustedes aparecen de la nada. ¡Oh, mírenlos ahí!
You do whatever, man. You don't have to, like, ask us what you want to do. You just do you. You're downtime. So what are you doing?
Well, I know what I'm doing.
All right. I sent a picture in discussion, so you can look at it there as well.
All right. So I grabbed the flyer. I got super excited. Look at all the fun games and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I assume Aileen is back.
Yep.
And Orgas and shit.
Yep.
And I know Orgas is not here, but I feel like Varys would like dare him to do the bull thing. ¿Dónde estoy buscando el?
The bull riding.
¿Dónde está el post?
In discussion.
Yeah.
It's
Welcome, announcement, general, finding a group.
Discussion.
Es que no encuentro discussion. Lobby,
on
elite.
Griffic
Me
Nomads.
either.
Griffic
Ya
Nomads
está abajo.
discussion.
Gracias. Pues yo quiero hacer el toro también. A ver si puedo utilizar animal
Wait.
handling con eso.
Wait, I can't find it.
Abajo, es la última sección.
Está Obsidian Memoirs.
No, this Griffic Nomads, my friend. Griffic Nomads. You're not in Obsidian right now.
I know, but
Griffic
I don't.
Nomads. You should see it.
Estoy en el chat que estamos, right?
Yep.
The lobby.
The lobby, yes.
Underneath está session,
Yes.
and then 3 sessions, and then
Yeah.
underneath there's Obsidian Memoirs.
You should be able to see Griffic Nomads, what is happening here. Let me check your character. Okay, apparently you're not there. Where are you?
No wonder, dude. A veces cuando ustedes
There we
están,
go. There we go.
I know.
There you are. No,
Dude, a veces cuando ustedes están jugando, and for some reason, like I want to join or something, or check, you guys, ¿qué encuentro yo? Where's the chat? Nunca te pregunté, because I thought I was just being dumb. It's like, where's
No.
Griffic Nomads? Are we just using the same channels, or
No, this is I didn't know you didn't have that role. I don't know if you took it away sin querer or algo, but there, you're added to the role, so you should be able to
Yes.
see it now.
Yes, I'm here now. There we go. Yeah, I want to see them try that out first.
You want to try which one out?
I think we all agreed in doing the bull riding, because Mito wants to do it, and I kind of dared Orgas to do it, and I'm pretty sure he will take the bait.
And Orgas with his pride. All right.
And then you know what? Afterwards, you can go to the glutton.
Glutton. Alrighty.
It's all you can eat, Orgas.
Yep. Yeah. There we go.
No.
Putting on YouTube because this thing ain't working. Spotify closes every time. There we go. Some background. So as you head over to the bull riding stall, you see that there is a pen filled with hay everywhere, and in the middle there is a machination of a bull. It has handlebars of sorts, and the bull is run by magic of sorts. You can see that it's mechanical in nature. It has all four legs, but the bull stays stationary until someone mounts it. And as you get close and examine the area, you see that there's this big old man with his cowboy hat just walking up. Alright, boy, this time I'll make you mine. And he sits up on the bull, gets his hat off, and positions himself. Hit it, partner! And he starts riding this mechanical bull, and it starts bucking and starts to try and kick him off. Now he is going to roll. I believe, if I recall, he's going to roll here. My dice fell off my hand and went under the bed. I'm gonna roll another dice.
By the way,
just some random.
We're seeing it from the
You're
side,
seeing
right?
it from the side, from the stalls, because there's a giant pen around, and he's in the middle. So you see this bull just bucking and trying to take him off, and he's holding on really strongly, and you can see his hands straining as the force of the bull tries to kick him off. And
I wanted to go straight to the edge, where the borderline, hasta donde tú puedes llegar.
Okay.
And just scream at it and just fucking pep him up.
Okay.
Come on! Come on!
Come on here, boy! Calm down, I'll make you mine! And he stays on it for 10, 20, 30 seconds. Yeah, he's really, really high. Alright, he failed now. Until a moment where his hand slips from the bull, and the bull bucks him forward with such strength that he goes flying over the rails. It's like, oh, out of the way! And lands on a pile of haystack, upside down with the hat falling slowly onto his head.
Oh, man.
The people help him up. He's like, get off me, get off me, get off me. Dusts himself off, puts his hat back on, and asks, how long was that? And it's like, 46 seconds. Hey, that's better than last time. And so they mark his time on a table, a big tablet where you see a lot of numbers being run.
I'm really scared. You don't go, okay, I got discúlpame, se me olvidó. Quité el micrófono por una razón.
I swear to God.
Solo quería notificar que ella está interesada en participar del todo.
Ella también.
So
Alright.
who goes first? I look at everybody and clap my hands so
Let's roll for initiative.
You know something?
Nah.
You know something?
Qué cabrón.
I'll bite the bullet. I'll go first.
You'll go
Hey,
first
Lee,
already.
see that, Orgas? the lady goes first.
All right. So
Jesus.
you all walk up to the stall where they're writing names and taking people. You see that there's a lot of people walking up and heading up to the bowl itself, up to the pen, and
All right.
they're like, "Alrighty, I'm going to take each of your names and you're going to sign here." And he gives you a paper with like a an NDA that if you're hurt in the event of the bull knocking you over a pen, landing on a child, breaking your leg or some shit like that, we are not responsible because you chose to take the risk of mounting the bull. So they're practically negating any liability for whatever harm you may partake.
I wanted to ask something
Yeah.
to the guy. So I'm reading this like so this is for our safety.
No, for ours.
For their.
You see,
sorry, Ken.
you see, lad. This little piece of paper protects me from people like you who may want to take your money back after you lose the game, okay? You are signing a perpetual contract to make sure that you participate and have a chance to win a pool from the bag of useful things. Now, if you win, then you can take a pool. If you don't, then you maybe get one of the complimentary prizes. Okay?
I mean, I don't think you should be.
I'm not gonna say anything, pero como que the way he said it, le supo un poquito like un poquito sour. So he's like, all right.
I mean, I believe that worrying about your money is the last of your worries. If I were to get
It's
hurt,
not about the money. I don't really care about the money. I find fascination when people fall off the bull and how they try and try. It's just fun. It's a festival. But a little protection from people who want to game the system doesn't hurt.
I'll take it. So
Yes.
I'll just follow. I'll just go in.
Yeah, you
the
sign.
paper and it's like.
Thank you very much,
let
young
me
lady.
in.
Now hold on to the pole and make sure not to fall. Okay? The longer you stay on, the better for your standings. Okay?
See about
You
it?
enter the pen, and inside you see the metallic bowl just huffing and pussing. You can hear steam coming from it as it's preparing itself. You get on the bowl just as easily, and you hold on to the little handlebars it has in front. Now,
Okay.
as you get on and prepare yourself, the man at the stall asks you, "Ready?"
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good. He hits a button on his table, and the bowl starts to buck around slowly, like trying to shake you off. I need you to roll me a strength saving throw.
Well, that was not good.
Oh,
5.
salió
No.
volar.
No. You
You
dance around on the bull and you stay on for 12 seconds before the bull bucks you to the side and your hands slip from your grip. You fall to the ground, which is covered in hay and some cloth to minimize the impact. It's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, young lady. Well, I'll mark you up for 12 seconds. There you go."
Well, that was fun.
12 seconds.
And so
That
you,
sounds
you're...
like I should try again. Sounds like I should try again, perhaps.
Well, you could.
I'll
You
try.
would be overriding your previous time if you wish.
Yeah, give me the override. I don't care. Let's go. I need to relax.
Okay. She's going again, people! She really wants to dominate this ball! And you hear a crowd. Teach him how it's done, lady! You hear the crowd. You get up on the bowl again. And you get on your position, and he hits the button without telling you, and you need to roll another strength saving throw.
Jesus.
That's a 10.
A 10? Just a
Eileen,
flat
grab
10.
him by the balls! Grab him by the horns!
Yeah. You hold on to the bull bucks you over. He does a movement you weren't expecting, and you fly off a little too much, and you loosen one of your hands from the grip. You are practically holding on to to not fall. You survived the first wave, but now you're gonna have to roll with disadvantage for the next one.
Sounds fine. 17.
17 with disadvantage?
Yeah. It was a 17. How's it? What's the disadvantage, right?
Disadvantage, you roll twice, and the lowest number is the one you choose.
Oh shit. Better give me a 20.
You can get a 16.
17 again.
Are you serious?
As the bull tries to buck you off, you find your grip and reposition yourself against the bull's satchel. The bull starts to get agitated, or whatever you feel of a mechanical bull getting agitated, as his strength and energy start to build up. You've been on the bull for 24 seconds, and I'm going to ask you to roll again for your strength saving throw.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I failed this one. There's a 3.
A 3, okay. So,
yeah.
You hold on to the bull for as much as you can. Your hands start to strain from holding on to this mechanical beast. And at the last second, your hands kind of slip off in a movement. And you go flying and land onto the haystack next to you. It's like, oh! Well, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. This lady really has a grit. She held on to the bull for 36 seconds. You taught that bull a lesson. So you hear the crowd. As you get up and like dust off the haystack, you walk back out. And the announcer's like, well, you are right now close to a second. You've lasted a lot longer than most men here attempted to, young lady. So consider yourself a lot stronger than men.
It was fun, to say the least.
Good. Now, who's next? Entry's one. The entry was like one. Yeah, the entry's 1 gold piece. So Aileen, you give in 2 gold pieces for your 2 tries, and Varys, you give your gold piece, you sign the paper, and get on the bull. Alright, so now, as you get on the bull, it's super excited, like a little kid, like you get on the bull, you take your hand and position yourself. He's like, are you ready, kid?
He called me a kid?
Yeah.
So he becomes like, you call me a kid? It just like...
Well... Hit the button, and you start bucking around with the bull as it starts to try to take you off. Now I'm going to ask you to roll me a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Yep.
That's a 6.
Yeah, that won't do it.
Serious?
Yeah, that won't do it. As you're distracted by him calling you a boy, you are sent almost flying by the bull to the side, and you fall off. You practically stood on the bull for 10 seconds more than anything. Like, oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen, the kid couldn't hold on. Do you want to give it another try, bucko?
He's kind of like a little mad. He le tira like gold coin. He just
Le
gets
tira
on.
el gold coin. He grabs it. Whoa, look at that, he's giving it another try, people. Don't give up, kid. I know you can. You have more spunk in that bunk. Come on.
Y yo está ahí aguantando el bull. It's like, come on!
Yeah, he hits a button again. The bull starts up and starts to buck you up. So now roll another strength saving throw.
I will do so. Oh wait, I almost rolled the... Okay, no era. You? Okay, it's a 12.
12.
12.
That does it. As you're
Yeah.
holding on to the bull, you kind of get your grip and do your balance to try and stay on. You get the momentum of the ball as it's trying to do its machinations to take you off. You hold on very well. It's like, whoa, look at that, the kid does have grit. Let's see how long it lasts, people.
He spits, like he spits to the ground. Like,
Yeah. Go get him, kid! Yeah, so roll another strength save.
God damn it, I love this.
Fucking wonderful. It's fucking
16,
wonderful.
baby!
Hey, you hold on as well. As you're holding on, you're practically taking this ball and mastering its movements. As you're bucking up and going with his movements, staying on. It's like, look at this kid go! This ball is no match for him! Going on 24 seconds. Roll again for your strength saving throw. Yeah, that's a 7. And yeah, so as you stay on, 24.
Can I use... Hear me out.
What? Tell me before I tell you what happens.
To jump? Okay, is it possible for me to jump, if I jump off, like as a reaction, jump back in with my acrobatics?
If you're pushed off the bull's back, you already lost. So unless you jump
Touché.
upwards and land on the bull somehow, you won't be able to. But let's say that you are bucked off the bull, but you don't touch the ground. Let's say you land on the fence and try to jump back on him. I think it would cause enough ruckus that everybody would be like, "Wow!" if you successfully do it. So I'm gonna call this a DC 15 acrobatics.
Okay.
Acrobatics check.
What's a DC 15? Like
That is the number you need to hit in order to succeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Acrobatics
you need a
check.
15 or higher. Yeah, acrobatics check. And a 15 or higher in order to do this stunt.
Come on, Varys. Come on!
Boy.
Are you?
You're on the one. So what happens is, Varys, as you're bucked forward directly into the fence, you attempt to position your legs into the fence itself, but misposition them completely. And so instead of putting your legs on the fence, you land straight groin to the fence, and it just oh! You're gonna feel that whole day, Miss Gentlemen. That's the dangers of the bowl. Oh, Varys, you fall to the ground. You're groaning as you're in pain. The bull just repositions and waits for his next rider. You lasted on the bull 31 seconds. Yeah,
Nice.
not bad.
Take this call.
Little less than a lead, but nonetheless, a lot more than other people. And so the entertainer gets up from the table and walks up to Varys and helps him up and takes him all out of the pen before he allows any other to participate. Takes him out of the pen, puts him outside. It's like, you okay, buddy? Want me to get you a bag of ice or something?
Damn.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, the entertainer pulls you to the side and sits you outside of the pen because he can't have another rider inside until you're out.
Right.
And he
Okay.
sits you down as you're groaning in pain. It's like, hey, nobody, do you want me to get you a bag of ice or something? Or painkillers, maybe?
Is that a thing?
It is
Well,
a thing.
yeah. No, they said that.
Okay, give me a second. And he opens a bag and reaches in and pulls out a bag of ice and a bag of it's not a bag of ice. It's like a frozen steak. And he's like, hey buddy, this will hurt for a second. He slams it into your groin. Oh, and the cold hits you instantly. It starts numbing the
punched him in
pain
the
away.
face.
At a reflex.
I flash of reaction. Yeah, it's just like
Roll for your attack.
Jesus. ¿Dónde está los unarmed? Ese era D4, man. Oh, mira, aquí ya lo encontré. Never mind.
Yeah, roll for the attack. So roll d20.
Yeah. 17.
17. You instinctively, as he hits you with the cold, you go, oh, and punch him in the chest, like, oh, buddy. I know the bull hurt you, and I kind of managed the bull, but you gotta take it out on me. Oh, dear Christ.
Él está en pain también.
Okay, buddy. Just sit there. Let the cold deal with the pain, okay? Okay. He sits back at the table. Oh, dear Christ. That kid has a punch. Hey, who's next? Who's next?
¿Me?
¿Quieres? Vétele, dale.
Alright,
Yo
I'm
dije
Lydia.
ya.
Alright, I'm Lydia. El humble. El humble. As you walk up to the bull, you get up on top of it, grab hold of the handlebars. He looks in your general direction and says, "Ready!"
Yes.
Hits a button, and the bull starts to try to buck you off. You rolled a strength save, which is a 24.
Yeah!
Yeah, you succeeded 2 turns. So you you spend on the bull 24 seconds holding on to like it's nothing. You're like, this isn't even strong at all. As you're like trying to buck you off, you're just holding on to him. You kind of remember a far off memory when you were a child and you like bucked a fey creature when you were like playing with your friends. And this is nothing compared to that creature. So, as the creature tries to buck you off, I'm gonna ask you to roll another strength saving throw. 25 again. What is happening?
Jesus.
You stay on for 48 seconds as the bull is trying to buck you off, but you feel nothing. You don't feel any resistance. You don't feel anything coming from the bull to indicate that you will be bucked off. You're riding it like it's nothing. Now, another strength saving throw for please. 16, another success.
Ella tiene un +7 en strength.
No, me percaté. Me percaté. So you stay on this bull. The bull is getting tired of your bullshit. And and begins to rock you even harder than before. As you feel his strength kind of like double a bit. Starts to run and start to pull you off. As you're like holding on to him like it's nothing. Now I'm gonna need you to roll me another strength saving throw.
Necesita actualizar. La idea de que el toro mecánico se estuviera cansando le partió a cola de tal manera que se fue del cuarto. Parece una cucaracha en la cama con las manos y las piernas just waving them around.
Well, make a roll another strength save because
This is getting stupid.
Ella se va a quedar ahí
succeeds
toda la
again.
noche. Ella se va a quedar ahí toda la noche.
She succeeds again. You stay on for the bull for another 12 seconds as the bull is trying and trying and trying to take you off. This time getting harder and harder to stay on. But you stay on this bull. The people around you are going crazy. It's like, who is this young lady? She's riding this bull like she owns it. Get your ass! Get your ass! You ride the bull like it's just a park attraction for you. Now roll me another strength save.
You wanna click this one?
¿Dónde está?
Dice strength más 7.
Ah. 7.
All right, there we go. As you're holding on to the bull, you stay for an additional 11 seconds, and then the bull finds his purchase and knocks you off him. As you fly for a bit and land on the ground, it's like, well, give it up for the lady! For the highest time in the scoreboard! And you see like the cowboy that had like 46 seconds seeing people attempt and never succeeding. He's like, oh, now this is some bullshit. Taking his cap and throwing it on the ground. It just walks away angry, dusting, kicking the ground and just walking away.
Oh, salty.
Yeah, he's salty as heck. So so you win. Like, you successfully beat most of the scores. And so they attempt, like, a few people after you attempt to ride the bull, but are unable to beat your score. Your time was 1 minute and 23 seconds, which is the highest ever achieved in this bull game. And
Después
so-
voy yo a morir de la primera.
you're gonna try it too?
Mi save intro es de más 1. Yo creo que me voy de cara de la primera.
Bueno, there's a chance.
I'm surprised it's
A
not a
really
real
good
bull.
chance. Keeping a bowl and a pen like this is gonna be hard, so a mechanical one is a safer option to have people like mount and dismount a lot.
Definitely.
Okay.
So
as Tras stand up, I proceed
Yep.
to hug her to celebrate her victory. Now it's my turn.
okay, so you pay your gold coin and get on the bull. You said, well, sir, I don't know if you will hold on as long as this lady over here, but any attempt is valuable, right? Hits the start button, and the bull begins to buck. So now, I'm gonna ask you to roll a strength saving throw. An 18, you hold
You know,
on.
be hilarious. Mito turns into a bull on top of the bull.
Oh, Jesus.
Mito, you stay on
If I
for
was a
12
druid,
seconds.
I would have done that.
Yeah, you stay on for 12 seconds as the bull tries to buck you off and like take you off. You hold on really well as the bull is trying to pull you off really effectively. Now I'm going to ask you to roll another strength saving throw again. 13. You succeed. As the bull is trying to take you off, you practically hold on just like it's nothing. It's not nothing. You barely succeeded that time. As in one foul movement, you like bucked off the feet and almost let go of the rails and just hold on and last for an additional 12 seconds. So now I'm going to ask you to roll again your strength saving throw. Like, okay, now you failed. Yeah, so as you hold on to the bull, where's my calculator? Because the idea is that every time you succeed, it's like 12 seconds, but if you fail, the points you got is the additional seconds you stayed on. The bull bucks you off, and you land on the ground. And everybody's like, "Oh, that was a good attempt! Give it up for the gentleman!" And everybody starts clapping. You get off, you dust yourself off, and he's like, "Well, you lasted 31 seconds, so that's commendable. Most people don't last a 12. So, here you go, buddy." And he helps you off the pen, and you get off. That is everybody that's here. The only one who hasn't is Orgast. But
Can
I
see
would have
him?
to be
Come
rolling
on,
for
I need to
Orgast.
see. I can't
Alright.
want to see him
So
ride
so
it.
Varys, as Orgast is there watching everybody get bucked off and whatever, Orgast doesn't really see the fun of it. He's like, I don't understand this mechanical bull. It's just nonsense. Why would you want to ride it? And you egg him on, like, come on, Orgast. You're strong, right?
Orgas.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Orgas. Think about it. It's a game where you have to tame the most vicious beast. You think you can do that?
Orgas just looks at you, looks at the bull, looks at you again, and says, "Well, if I last longer on that bull, it just means you owe me one." And so he
Alright.
like pays his gold coin, gets on the bull.
No,
He's a very big guy. So the second Orgas sits on the bull like it sinks a bit because of his weight and mass because of an orc build. And the announcer's like, "Well, ladies and gentlemen, looks like this man is the last contender before the end of the round. So let's see how long he lasts." And he hits the button. And so Orgast, I'm gonna have to open his character page here. Orgast is going... Ya, tú me haces así. Al garete. Y después Greg se va a enterar. Going to...
Oh, yeah.
to roll for him his strength savings throw. Roll to 17. As he's holding on to the bull like bucks him up front and back. And he's nonchalantly like trying to hold on to it. He's like, "I still don't understand the fun of this game." But okay. And the bull just keeps trying to take him off. He's going again. 9. So he fails. As the bull bucks him over with his weight. His armor like gets in the way, hits something incorrectly, and he's sent off flying to the side. He rolled a 9, so it's 21. He lasted for 21 seconds on the bull. As the entertainer is like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Better luck next time, big man."
I don't owe him anything.
No. Orgas is furious. It's like, "I still don't understand what makes this game fun." It just walks
Orgas?
pouting.
It's a way up again.
Yeah, he just walks out pouting. He's still there with the group, but he's just, "I don't understand this game at all." Like that.
I know I'll make them feel better. So, what should we try next, guys?
So before...
And I say that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, as everybody is, like, getting together, it's like, well... And the entertainer gets up, picks a box out of behind the table, and calls for Astrea to walk forward. Abner, could you like put Astrea on the speaker? Because I'm going to ask her something, and she's going to need to answer. So,
Astrea.
Okay, Astrea. So, he calls for you to walk forward. Attention, lady. This here is the box of useful things. In this box, you can put your hand and ask for something useful to pull out. Now, it could be a trinket, it could be food, it could be something of use to you. So, all you need to do, he opens the box, is put your hand in here and say out loud what you wish to pull out. Don't think too much now, everybody's waiting.
Weapon?
A weapon?
No sé.
Do you wish for a weapon?
Piensa en lo que es tu personaje, estadísticamente que le haría bien, o story-wise que le haría bien. Well,
Anything. Like, you could ask for anything that's useful to
I'm
you.
trying to find someone.
What?
Yeah. So I'm trying to find a person.
Okay.
Or I need something that has to do with
Damn. Pulls out a human being.
No, it's going to die the second it comes out, but...
And for my next trick, I'm gonna pull a dude out of this box.
The box can do that, but the person's going to die. What are you asking?
Wow.
What is it you ask? What is your exact words?
Knowledge
I
in
mean-
a book or like of where that person could be.
Okay. As you put your hand in and request for knowledge of the person you are looking for, you feel in your hand like someone gives you an item. You pull it out.
Oh.
It is a case with a scroll inside of it, filled with information. You haven't showed anybody, but you pull out this object and everybody's like, whoa. Well, everybody, that is today's pull. If you want to compete tomorrow and the day after, you'll have your chance. Closes the box and allows the people to practically move on. So you have an item. I'm gonna add it to your D&D Beyond equipment on other possessions as a scroll of secrecy. And you can inspect it later.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. And so, as everybody separates and stops playing the bowl because someone already won the poll. Yeah, there's only one poll per day. So, the poll's been taken, so everybody moves to another game. You see that people are, playing the Goblin game, others are playing the Halfling game. There's a few booths with dunking the Halfling. And you get a sense when you look at the people sitting on these things, they're practically family members that are sitting. You see an old man, a woman, and 2 children sitting on 2 other baskets. And the people managing them are normal humans who are who wants to dunk a Halfling? Come on, dunk a Halfling. All you need is a beanbag to throw it to the box. Allow them to take a cold dip. They haven't taken a shower in days. Says one.
I want to do it.
Hey!
I want to take initiative on that one.
On the dunking? Okay. Alright, you walk up.
Yeah.
You walk up, it's hey, hello, sir. You want to dunk a Halfling?
Sure, sounds like fun.
Great! That'll be 1 gold piece per bag. And he, gives you a bag, you give in a gold piece. Now, this is a ranged attack check. So, it's a thrown weapon. The sandbag is a thrown weapon. It does 1 damage if it were to hit something, but it doesn't really deal damage. The point of it is you need to throw the beanbag with your attack modifier, or your ranged attack modifier. So if you're, let's say, strength, you would use a +4. If you were a dex character, then you use your dex ability.
Pero mi strength es más 0, so sería el destreza que es más 1.
Yeah. So you would use your dex for this attack. So you roll for your attack.
Dex save or attack save.
A 9. You throw the bag and it's far off the target. It's oh! Want to try again? And he pulls out another beanbag and coffers up
Yo creo que me reservo para el de cerveza, que es de Constitution.
Okay. Well, better luck next
I
time,
want to
mate.
try.
Oh, look at that. A young lass wants to try dunking a Halfling. Now tell me, lass, have you had
Another one?
Halfling insult you?
Right.
He gives you the beanbag, takes your gold coin, and gets behind you. Think of that Halfling as a person who wronged you, gave you an insult, and focus that beanbag into the target, and throw. So roll for your attack.
Okay, I wanted to ask you. I didn't understand the. It's just the D20 and the modifier del Dex, right?
Yeah. Because you're not proficient with this beanbag. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's proficient with a beanbag.
18.
18, you hit as you take this beanbag and focus on a Halfling that did a joke that hurt you a little too much.
I want to scream.
Throw the
I want to
beanbag.
scream.
Yeah.
Fucking die because I took it too seriously. The guy told me I took it too seriously. Just Fucking die! It's just very
You
aggressive.
throw the beanbag. The beanbag hits the target, and the hand like moves back, and the chair that the halfling is sitting drops, and the halfling drops into the water. Like, and he like jumps onto the water, grabs to the rail, and just looks up. It's like, did you want me to die? What the heck was that?
Pobre Frodo. Pobre Frodo.
I'm sorry. Just got a little carried away there.
We all noticed, and he like swims away to like pulls the chair back up, gets back up and sits down again. Thought I wasn't gonna stay dry today.
Oh my god.
And he's dunked. Yeah. Yeah, you get a sense that you can give it a try. The dunking game is more of a stress reliever than anything. There's no real prize to hitting all four.
Okay.
It's like dunk a halfling and take your anger on a halfling, you know, that kind of thing. It's like a community service entre comillas.
Okay, well, that felt good.
I know, isn't that great? Now, if you want to throw, you could do as well. You could throw for your dex attack or whatever if you wish.
Is it dex modifier?
It's either dex or strength, whichever is higher, because the beanbag it has a thrown property. You have both on one. So yeah, you have a +1 to your roll to your attack.
Let's hit it. I got a 10, so that's an 11.
11, yeah. You throw your beanbag, and the bag kind of hits the top of the target, but doesn't tip it over. And so you like hit it, but not center mass enough in order to cause the effect, which is the dunking of the halfling. And the halfling, it's an old man. He's like, "Hey, yeah, I thought you had a strong arm. What happened there, lady?"
It's on.
It's on? Oh, baby, come on, dunk me. Come on, I want to see you try. Come on. So he starts mocking you.
Oh god. Wait, I'm gonna use the.
It's a
I'm gonna use the
D20.
yellow sign die.
All right.
I'm gonna use the sigil of the
Going to
dream
summon
for
the
this.
dice of Cthulhu.
I was using the Necronomicon. I'm gonna use the sigil of the Dreamlands for this one.
Dude, you imagine using a spell just to throw a ball?
That was great. I got a 15.
It's like
15?
fireball,
Alright.
throw el beanbag.
So you throw the beanbag.
So that's I got 15.
Yeah,
that's a 16. Shit.
Yeah, you hit 16. You throw the beanbag hits the target. Ting! The halfling dunks into the water. It's like, holy, that's cold! And he gets up, like resets his chair and sits back down. Hey!
Anyway, so Ellen's just gonna leave back alive. You were saying, old man?
What? You gotta know! That's all I'm gonna say. He sits back down, crosses his arms, starts shivering with the cold. And so there are other mini games you can partake. There are certain things that are occurring in the town you could do.
I'm gonna go shoot the goblin.
Shoot the goblin.
Exacto. Yeah.
Astra wants to throw.
You want to throw? All right, roll for your attack, which I believe your highest is strength.
Yes. Porque el ataque es +4, pero el... bueno, por...
Porque tiene proficiency. Yeah, he has proficiency on strength saving throw.
Mira, you wanna...
Yeah.
We'll click it.
Oh,
Bueno, arriba, acá está donde tiene que estar. 14.
14.
14? Yep, that does it. As you you pick up a handbag and just throw it, just ching! the halfling dunks into the water again. This is freezing! Jesus! As he gets off the tank, resets his seat, sits back down. Like, oh, you were kidding when this was cold! I told you it was cold! You weren't listening! And everybody successfully dunks a goblin, a halfling. They're cold, they're wet, they're soggy. Yeah, except me though.
Excellent.
So, as you are all there, you get to a booth which is big enough and wide enough to have like multiple guns, por decirlo así. It has 2 guns set to the side. They're like Arquebus, which is a 2-handed pistol, but they only shoot light, entre comillas. They like shoot light pellets. As you see little kids trying to hit these goblins, they hit 1 or 2 and are given like a little trinket for their trouble, and they run away happily because they got something out of a game. You walk up to the game booth, and inside is a goblin. It's like, hey, how can I help you, friends? Looking to shoot the people of my kind, assholes in the woods? He has this bizarre grin on his face with like a monocle in one eye, a top hat set to the side, and like tattered clothing that should be like fine dining clothing, but it's tattered. He's like broken off his sleeves because it's more comfortable for him. He only has a shirt. His pants is like covered by the shirt itself. He's like, how can I help you, friends? Want to play a game?
Oh yeah, that sounds about right. You sound awfully enthusiastic for someone for someone to be shooting your own kind, even if it's light pellets.
Ah, they're assholes. I don't care about them. Anyway, it's 5 gold pieces to participate. You can participate together if you wish. Your scores are tallied individually, as you can see. And he points to the arquebus gun, and it has like a scoreboard on the gun itself. Whenever you hit a target, it'll add it automatically. And so he like points up. He points up. As you can see, the goblins of my kind are running around in the woods causing mayhem. It is your job to kill them. Alrighty?
That sounds fair.
Alright. Sounds just like back home. We used to
You
grab
shot
those
goblins
little
back home, your
rascals and
guns?
torture them. Not the guns. This is new. The guns are new. We used to use, our fists,
I see.
Beat them up, and I look and stare them in the eye, stare him in the eye, beat them up.
He just looks at you with a grin. Well, as long as it wasn't Cousin Joe, it's fine. So,
Cousin Joe.
So, he says, you have 5 shots to take. If you hit your targets and collect enough points, you might win a pool of the day. So, give it a try, shall we? And you see that the arquebus gun, like, resets itself, allowing you to shoot 5 times. You can see that the gun has, like, little lights indicating how many shots you have per arquebus gun. And you can fire away. You see that the goblins are moving around, just ducking and like moving up and down, trying to hit. You see some of them wearing, and they have numbers. They have like a +1, +3, +5, and a +10, which is like really small, far away, which is harder to hit. They all, in a sense, they all have a different AC depending on the target you are aiming for. So you would be using your dexterity to fire the gun because you're using accuracy here.
Right. You said there were like, is there? Okay. You said they're randomly, but is there a system like 3 layers or something like that?
Yeah, it's like 3 layers. Think of it like a carnival game where there's like sticks sticking out and you shoot the ducks. Instead of that, it's goblins. It's that.
Por eso. Pero son tres.
Yeah,
Three.
three different layers. Yeah.
The first line. Okay.
Yeah. There's 3 layers. The first line,
Oh,
which is the
shoot.
easiest one. Second one, which is a bit harder. Third one, which is the hardest. And then there's like a goblin that appears and disappears, which is the highest scoring one. Also making it the harder to hit.
Okay. How many pellets we have?
5.
Five?
You have 5 shots.
Okay. Por lo menos for me, I want to shoot the first one to the first layer, the second one to the second, and the third one to the third. And then I want to keep como que like a perception every time I throw to see every time before I throw to see if I see the goblin. Is that a good?
If you see the goblin
Is that
that
allowed?
appears,
Yeah, exacto. I assume
Alright.
it's perception, pattern,
And,
or
yeah,
alert,
it-
or something. You know what I mean?
sure. Elite, you're also playing, correct? Yeah, so you can play together. So you would be rolling. You will be calling out what you're aiming for 5 turns, and then you roll for your dex save.
Vamos a jugar todos juntos.
There's 2 guns, so you would have to wait for your turn.
Okay.
There's 2 arquebus guys, so you would have to wait for your turn once they're done, which is 5 shots. It won't last that long. It's like a minute maybe.
Okay. Okay, so do we have a diagram at least of where the goblins are?
Like I
The
said, 3
goblins
layers.
appear on 3 layers, and then there's a 4th goblin that appears and disappears, like peeks his head in and out, which is the highest scoring one, but is a harder to hit as well. Every single goblin has an AC depending on their difficulty to hit, and so you would be telling me what you're aiming for before you roll for your attack, and then we'll see if you hit or not. So you will be using your dex modifier for this. So
Fair enough.
your dex
I wanna
plus
shoot up,
your
popping in.
proficiency, I'm gonna say, sure. As this is a mini game, you don't really need to kill anything. So you'll add your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency for the attack. For
Proficiency?
Yeah, your proficiency bonus.
Ah, sí, el 3. I mean, 2.
El do, yeah, you're a +2 right now. So you would be
Yeah,
+5 to hit Varys and Aileen. I believe you're a +3 because of your dexterity being a 1. Alrighty?
That's a
So-
15 plus 2.
What are you aiming for?
I'm gonna.
I said at first el primer layer, but I'm actually aiming for el.
You
the
have to say
second
it before you roll.
one. Yeah. But ya tengo. I can stick with the first layer. Don't worry. That was the initial plan.
Okay, so
I'm gonna go for the second layer. I'm gonna go for the second layer.
alright, so roll for your second layer. Roll for your shot.
Yeah, that was not good. I got a 9 plus 3. That's 11. No, 12.
11?
Actually, 12. Sorry.
For the second layer?
No. 12. Sorry, 12. My
12 for the second layer, correct?
bad. Yeah.
17 for
Yeah,
the first
you
one
hit.
for me.
You hit. You both hit. Aileen, you aim for the second layer of goblin, and you hit a goblin for 3+ points.
Nice.
Varys, you hit the first layer, which is a +1 goblin.
That's cool. Testing the grounds.
Yeah. As you were getting accustomed to how a gun works because you've never held a gun, it's similar to a crossbow, but a
Yeah, I
little
was thinking the same
faster
thing.
and stuff like that as you held on to it. So now for the second round, tell me your targets and I'll confirm and then roll.
Third layer.
Third layer. Already?
Okay.
And Varys?
Sorry, second round, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I will shoot for the third one this time.
Alright, so both of
And
you are
I'm
aiming
rolling
for
now.
the third layer. Alright, roll.
It's a 7 plus 2,
I
so
failed
9.
this one. I failed this one.
Did you
9.
both rolled low? Okay. So you both aimed high, and you both missed your target.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 shots down. That's cool.
Yep. Yep.
I'm aiming for the third one again.
Third one again? Alrighty.
En serio.
Same.
You rolled a 6 again. Yeah.
Yeah, plus a 2, but it doesn't matter.
Oh,
3 plus 3.
19 this time. I got a
19
this time.
19. You hit.
Yeah.
So
God
you
damn
aim
it.
for the
He
top
rolls.
layer and you hit a target for plus 5 points. Varys, you miss as you aim for a target that is too far away.
Muy bien. No tengo frío, pero no tengo calor.
Alright. Fourth shot.
Nice.
Yes, I will this time aim for the highest score, which is
Alright.
the one that appears in.
Yeah.
This-
You'll wait for him to show up to pop the shot. Eileen?
Third layer again.
Third layer again? Alrighty. Roll for your attack. Varys, roll for your attack.
18.
You hit. Varys, what did you roll?
22.
You hit as
22.
well.
Wow.
Damn.
As you both aim at your targets, Varys, you see the little goblin appear, show its head. You pop a shot, and the little ball of energy hits the goblin, and you see your score rack up 10 points for that hit. And Aileen, you hit your second target, and you rack up 5 additional points.
Nice.
Right now, you're winning. So,
Who's winning?
Aileen. Aileen is winning by 2 points. Final shot.
Final shot?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for third layer again.
I'm gonna go for the hidden goblin
Alrighty.
again.
Wait.
The 15 plus 2, so 17.
You hit.
I got a 10. I got a 10 plus 3.
Yes.
I got a 10 plus 3. That's a 13.
For the third layer one?
Yeah. There's a miss.
It's a miss, yeah. You miss. As you fire your last shot, Varys, you wait for the elusive little goblin, pops his head again. You fire, hit him across the ear, and you get another additional point. So final scores are... Aileen, you have a final score of 13. Varys, you have a final score of 21.
Yes.
Nice.
That's how you do it.
So...
Sorry.
He turns to you and says, "Well, that's good shot. That's good shooting. You guys have a bit of practice with weapons. More you than her, but nonetheless, you won a pool from a toy. You can choose from these selection of toys here, and later you can select a few trinkets if you'd like, or you can give it another try and earn another prize."
I think I'll pick a trinket for now.
Sure.
It's going to be a good keepsake.
Yeah. There are a few trinkets here. They're small toys, in a sense. They're trinkets about heroes or insignias about the past. King Dorian is one of these pieces. There's King Alistrea, as he's mentioned, goddess and gods, Salus, and stuff like that. You do have King Dorian as a figure. And there's multiple trinkets you can choose from. Varys, there are toys. There's a larger selection of toys and dolls you can choose from. There's plushy dolls here and there. There's some wooden figures of heroes. The same figures you saw when you were on Karsten, the small outpost. There are a few of them there, but there's also additional figures like soldiers on horses, monsters and entities, almost like miniatures, as you could try to collect. You could choose from any of those.
Just one?
Just the one, yes.
I wanna choose the one. You said they're historical figures, or can they have some kind of history that written? I think.
They don't really have
I
any
figure.
history written on
No,
them.
but
It's
like-
just most people know the story if you're there for Dorian, you know? They're usually collectible
Well,
items.
I grabbed another of the royalties, which I think was the queen you mentioned.
Queen. Elven Queen, yes! Isn't she a beauty? And she
And-
puts it right in front of you.
So now, who is she?
She is...
And I like ask for.
And she is the queen! And you're like puzzled, like, what does that mean? Okay. Let me rephrase that. She is the queen of the elves of Inessa. Still not following? God, have you missed your homework recently?
Nah. I don't think I did my homework in this country.
Are you not a native? I'm sorry, I can't tell.
I am not.
Ah, that's why. Well, she is the queen of elves from Dalatirimin. You know, the nation that is right in the center, right behind that big mountain on the other side.
Huh. That's where we need to go. Well, I need to go. We need to get there.
Well, yes.
I
don't
didn't have any questions.
I don't know about your personal quest, but you can take the
I'm
queen
sorry,
if you
just talking
wish.
to myself. I take
Of
the
course.
queen and thank you.
Of course. He just smiles and waves.
Keep smiling.
Yeah, he keeps smiling. He's a bit of a weirdo. He's a goblin. Yeah.
I'm just gonna take a random trinket, probably about the gods, and save it for later.
Alright. You select one of the trinkets that has multiple insignias about the gods that are worshipped in Vita. Most of these gods are from religious belief, like Bahamut, Kelemvor. You don't see any Norse gods, you don't see any Celtic gods. You see most of the gods that are present as the aspiring gods, the gods that protect most of the realm, not just the region.
Okay. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. This will be. Yo gonna cojo el trinket. This will be useful for further study.
Of course. Whatever you need, sweetie. He just grins his teeth. Anyone else want to play? He looks around. You wanted to say something? Sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah, Dorian. No, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay. So, anybody else wanted to play to at least try to shoot? Because this is a dex-based game. Varys, you could try and play again to maybe win another toy or a bigger toy if you wish. To get more score and points. But that is completely up to you if you choose to. Like, this is one of those games where you can win a pull from the box of useful things, because there's multiple boxes on different stalls.
Interesting.
No te estoy escuchando, Ampi, no te escucho.
There you go.
Oh my god, I've been talking like a fucking idiot. I had it muted, I forgot.
We noticed.
Yeah.
Y yo como que, aquí yo, Angel, me está ignorando el cabrón.
I can't hear you. How can I ignore you if I can't hear you?
Okay.
Yes.
I said, I think Varys would spend first the rest of his money and the rest of the time in the festival collecting all figures from,
All right. How much money do you have? Do you have everybody's money at this point?
I don't think I have that money. I don't think you added it, or
I did add it to somebody at least. I think Orgas is the one that's carrying all the money. He's like, I don't want to buy anything.
well, I asked him for coins.
More
Well, I
probably.
asked him for coins.
He hands you like 20 gold pieces.
Yeah. hacer una petición.
Mm-hmm.
Mientras él se prepara para pagar otra vez y participar, me gustaría. Ahora, ¿a ti no te molestaría if you like, como que bruscamente coges la pistola de Link, como que I wanna plushie?
Yes, yes, yes. Flashy, flashy.
Okay. Okay. Well, you would be using.
Nuts
Okay.
here.
Yeah, she already dropped a gun. Astrea, you have a +1 to your dex, so you have a +3 for the roll. Mito, if you are playing, you also have a +3, so you both roll with a +3 for your
Yo
for
quiero
the
jugar
game.
con Astrea, pero en este escenario, Jumpy está jugando. Astrea le tumbó la pistola a Eileen, so son ellos dos los que están ahí.
Okay, Varys, you're going to play again, or are you going to go
Mito
somewhere
no
else?
quiere. I wanted to collect all of the
All the
toys, like all the collect the miniatures, you know, the whole set.
Okay. The whole set. Okay.
With obviously the information behind it.
Yeah, sure.
Sería gracioso.
But you can tell me that post game if you like.
No de broma,
Sure.
sería gracioso verlo. Eileen tratar de tumbarse los plushies y él tratando de tumbarse los figurines.
Sí, vaciándole el stall. He doesn't care. It's money for him. So, Varys and Astrea. He says, you both put your 5 gold on the table. He's like, well, it's 5 gold pieces per game, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Se lo voy a restar a Astrea.
Okay, yo se lo quito a Varys ahora.
Yeah, you need to add the 20 though.
No, I already added
that.
that. I already added the 20.
Porque no me
but that's
sale,
fine.
yeah.
You haven't refreshed.
That's true.
So you put the 5. You both put the 5 gold pieces, and you pick up your guns. The guns reset and prepare, and so the game starts. And so you can begin to fire.
I aim for the obviously the third row.
Third row. Alrighty.
Oh, the third row.
Okay, Astrea, where are you aiming for?
Doesn't hit.
Ella vuelve ahora. Un momento.
Yeah, you miss. As you fire your first shot, you miss entirely.
Yeah,
That's rough, buddy.
Yes,
I'm like, damn it. Damn it. Come again.
Yeah. You're still not getting accustomed to the Arquebus gun toy that you have in hand. So, if you'd like, you can try again and look at your Astrea.
Pues dale. I'll aim for the hidden one.
The hidden one? Alright, go.
Astrea quiere dispararle el muñeco que
Más puntos da.
Hell fucking
Yeah,
yes.
lo mismo. Okay, so both of you roll for your attack.
16 plus 8. I mean 16 plus 2, so 18.
18.
Este es el
You
primer,
hit.
este es el primer
Astrea
tiro
misses.
que ella hace.
Yeah, Astrea misses because I believe she has an 8. So, Astrea misses her first shot. Varys, you hit your first, so you gain 10 points. Next target.
Yes, same.
Same target. Okay, Astrea.
Oh my god, por poco sale un pen. I swear to
A
God.
5. You missed your next
Por
shot.
poco sale un 20, so...
Damn.
No,
How many shots do we have left?
A Cora le salió un 20.
Ahora.
Oh, she did. She hit her target. So, was she aiming for the same guy?
Yeah.
There we go. So you both have 10 points. Yeah, she just wants the plushies. So, yep.
Same?
Roll. You're going for the same target, so roll again.
Fuck it.
You're going. I just want the points.
I need
Go
it.
ahead.
That's 11, 13. What did I say? That didn't hit.
13 and 15. No.
12
You
más
both
uno,
miss.
pero-
Yeah, you both miss your target as you aim for the hidden thing. You miss as the bullet just hits the wall behind and just turns into nothing. Varys, this is your final shot.
Usa.
Estrella, you have 2 shots left.
20, sí, es 18 más 2, ¿verdad? Que aquí hice más 1.
Sí, mató. Sí, yeah. She hit her. She hit it.
¡Qué mierda!
Varys missed.
Caca.
So Estrella hit her target.
Ah.
She has a plus 20. Varys, I'm sorry to say, you only have 10 points. And Estrella, you're missing 1 more shot. You gain a small trinket, which is like a mini insignia of the Heroes Festival with you. That's the only thing you could take. So you only earn 10 points. Estrella, your final shot?
I como que slammed the 5 gold again. Just be adicto.
Estrella, I'm sorry you missed your last shot. You gain 20 points and you have access to a doll. You can earn a doll.
Hiciste 20 puntos nada más y que tienes acceso a una muñeca.
Yeah, you earned enough points to get a doll. It's like, so young lady, what would you like? And he points to the multiple dolls that are found in the wall. Toys and dolls everywhere. They're plushy toys, like plushy bears, plushy rabbits, plushy anything. Really, there's like
Bear.
the plushy bear. Alrighty, he jumps up, grabs the plushy bear, jumps down, and like puts it on the table in front. There you go, miss. Anything else you need? Varys, you put your 5 gold again. Reset your game. Roll for your shot.
So I don't understand why were they saying like, oh, like,
Oh my
you only
God.
get this many points, like it's not enough, but then like I got the plushie.
Because 20 points is what you need to earn the plushie. You were shooting the hardest target in order to get a lot of points. Varys, you missed your first shot.
Yeah. Okay,
I swear. I
for
I
for the
that
second.
one, but then it was like a lesser one.
Probablemente.
Oh, okay.
I aim for the second.
I'm happy anyway.
That hits surely,
That
guys.
hits,
I should have
yeah,
aimed.
that's-
I should have aimed for the same one.
That's a plus 10. You're aiming for the plus 10, right? Because that's the one you're aiming for, always.
No, yeah. Ese es el de. That's the second one. Is the plus 10? The second layer?
No, the last layer, like the,
No,
the hidden
yeah,
one.
but.
You were aiming for the second
sadly, Yeah, sadly, yo te dije que era segundazo, yeah.
Alright, so that's 3 points then.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the third one now. Escalando. Doesn't hit. It's a 3. A la madre.
Miss.
Yeah. How many shots do I have left? 2?
You have 2 shots.
Okay. I'll aim for the third one again. That's a 14.
14
plus
plus
2.
2. So
Yeah, correct.
16. You
So,
hit.
yeah.
So the third layer, so that's a plus 5. You have 8 points accumulated.
Okay, that's good. It's good. I keep aiming. No, I aim for the hidden one. I have 1 shot left, right?
1 shot left, yes.
Come on, baby. Nah, fuck.
No, you miss. 11. As the shot goes, hits the back wall, and you earn 8
I'm sorry,
points.
Angel. I'm doing this to you. 5
Yeah.
more gold. please.
Again. You already spent all your money on this game. Hey, go get. Here you
Not
go.
yet.
20 gold
Me quedan
pieces.
20.
Dear God, he's going to keep going, guys.
Sorry, I'll make this fast. First and third row.
All right, let's
hit.
do something. First row. First row. Okay.
No,
That's
third row. I said third.
Third row. Okay, so that's a plus 5.
Yeah. And I'll go for the third one again. That's no, it doesn't hit.
No, it's 11. It's a miss.
Go for the hidden one. Doesn't
Alright.
hit. Otra vez hit it. Wait, how many shots do I have left?
Two.
One?
Two.
Okay. Those other two for the hidden one.
Alright.
14 plus 2, 15, 16. 16?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay.
Yep.
And the other one, también.
16
plus
as well?
2. So,
Oh no, higher.
18.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
higher.
that's 25. He's like, well, you got a higher score this time, which means now you can take the big plushie. Or the bigger toy, as he like points to the right side, and there's like a bigger
Oh, there's a bigger one?
plushie. Yeah, there's like a plushie that doubles the size, where you have to like carry it around. So there's like a big
Damn.
stuffed owl bear and other toys, or a conglomeration of miniatures together in like a box that you could just take. So there's a lot of things you could take from here. Yeah, the miniatures, I'm sure. Oh, that is an excellent
Of
choice.
We'll take the miniatures.
He puts the box of miniatures in front of you.
What does it have?
It's the Dorian Army kit. So it has all the it has like multiple figures of the same thing. Like it has 4 foot troopers, 2 horsemen, and 2 sky riders. Which, when you look at the miniature, they're like flying. They're like sky riders. So they're using a lance and they're riding a griffin. Both of them are riding griffins as they're like in position.
My fucking future. Right there. He's just mesmerized by
the miniatures.
this kit.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't forget to add them to your
What?
list.
He feels
and
satisfied.
Your possessions, because you're not adding
Yes.
shit on the possessions.
I have Dorian. I'm not. But I remember I had the Dorian. Now I have the queen, and I have the kit of the army of Dorian.
Yeah. Add them to your other possessions so you don't forget later.
Dale.
Astreal, could you do the same and add like the plushie or stuff? So yeah, so you earn the kit. He's like, well, if that's all from you guys, got other people in the line waiting. Come on, kids.
Yes. No, Tino. We move to the other game, I guess, el de eating.
Yeah. You head to
Actually, Angel.
Hmm?
Sorry. I should go actually porque me tengo que vestir.
Ya son las 9 ya. You
Acá.
should be going.
Yeah.
I would
Sorry.
like to challenge Orgas to a food eating contest.
Orgas to the food eating contest.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to say the Varys will participate in, hasta que termine all the games, and then after a while he will go back to the Griffin and obviously, look at the toys and shit, whatever, his trinkets and
Dale.
do his shit. Yeah.
Dale. You're
Thank
some
you.
cool shit. Dale. Te cuida.
Yeah.
Well, and then there was 3. And so, as Varys takes his toys and practically starts to accumulate a small collection of action figures and miniatures.
Jesus.
Yeah. So you find yourselves in the plaza as you look for the next game of sorts, which you see they're kind of adjacent to each other. You see that there is a giant restaurant that has like an open tavern-like-esque location, and there's a large table set outside of said restaurant where there are multiple people like signing up to partake in this eating competition. And so people are signing up, and it's like the competition isn't for an hour or so. Like in 30 minutes, it's going to start. So you got time to talk it out, decide who's participating. And without you guys even realizing, Orgas is already in line signing his name, his paper, and everything because he's competing. He's competing. He's like, free food, sign me the fuck up.
Yo,
Is it free?
Lito X walks right behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Lay his hand on Olga's shoulders. My friend, I challenge you to food eating contest.
He looks at you, looks up, and says, I don't think you understand that I will out-eat you. You know that, right?
You are an orc. You could eat me.
True. But I like
start
my
laughing.
meat filleted. So, nobody else is signing up. As you see, a lot of people.
¿Quién quiere ir al concurso de comida?
Me?
¿Tú quieres?
I guess.
Okay, pues Astra is like, okay, I guess.
Okay.
Lian, ¿quieres comer todo lo que puedas?
Amy.
El creo que está jugando con algo que se encuentra en la base entre las piernas. La dirección de la mano.
Ay, Dios mío. Man, I swear I'm motherfucking hot.
Mira, te escucharon a ti también. ¡Ah! Le dice la música.
Mamá. Mamá. Mamá.
No, fuera de broma. Alexis, ¿te vas a morir?
I think I'll pass.
Oh, wow.
I can't believe that he didn't. I don't think did he hear?
Sí, me escucharon ahora mismo.
Oh, I mean before.
No sé. Déjame hacer la prueba de audio.
We hear you.
Reñeñan. Oh, está lejos de nosotros.
Okay. So I'm going to explain to you the rules of this game.
So I guess I have an ended Alexis.
I'm going to explain to you, everybody here, the rules of this eating contest. Now, the rules are, you will eat and eat and eat until either they run out of food to serve you, or you pass out. The way in order to maintain yourself from passing out is by rolling a Constitution saving throw. By every turn that passes, the DC for that saving throw increases by 2. Which means it'll get harder and harder and harder as the turns pass because you're eating a lot. Your body's going to start to give.
Fair enough.
So, with that being said, is everybody ready to rumble?
I'm ready to listen to what happens.
Alrighty.
¿Quién es la comida?
So as they signal everybody to like set on the stage, there's an announcer in the stage. He's like, "Welcome everybody to the eating contest. This year we have a couple of newcomers that we haven't seen, new faces really. We have Orgas, the Orc Paladin," and he walks up and sits on the table to the side. Then we have an Elandrian Elf, Astrea, and you walk up and sit down. Then we have the mysterious merchant, Mito X, and you walk up and sit right next to Astrea. And then he starts giving names to other people, like 4 other contenders, as they sit right next to you and practically give their names out. Everybody, when they start mentioning their names, the screams in the crowd say that these people come here often, and when you look at them, you kind of tell that these guys, all they do is eat for a living, because they have a body build that can hold a lot of food. Like, you see a dwarf walking up, you see a human who has like the biggest belly you've seen in a while, and they just walk up, sit on the chair. Some of the chairs crack under their pressure but doesn't break, and so you sit down and they start plating the food in front of you before they start. And so, as you're waiting, the announcer says, "Well, these are the rules. You will eat and eat and eat until you drop, or we ran out of food. So, start your engines and begin." And you start eating away at the food, start throwing your plates away. You see that the dwarf just takes a whole bite of a leg, and the big guy just chugs down a whole bowl of soup like it's nothing. Now I'm going to ask you all to roll me a Constitution saving throw. And I will roll for our guests as well. Yes.
Cora, you wanna click here? Ooh. He's
Alrighty.
going strong.
Alright. So, Mito, you succeed. Astrea succeed. You all succeed. As you're eating your food, you take in the food like it's nothing. Everybody succeeds the first few seconds, the first plate of rounds. Like, give it up for the contestants. Looks like this year we have some competition, eh? As you're all eating, they bring the second round of plates. Now, everybody roll your second Constitution save. And I will roll for four guests as well. Succeeds.
I mean, get the book.
You all succeed. As you are eating your food and dining into the plate, you see that one of the guys right next to you, Mito, starts to eat slowly. You're like, starts to try and garf down the food, where his mouth is already like a chickmunk's cheeks, like trying to eat the food, but he can no longer digest it. He just looks at you and says, "I don't think I can do this," and his chair like backs down and he falls to the back of the stage as he's out of the competition. Everybody else succeeds. And now everybody like succeeds. It's like, looks like we have one less contender. Let's see who's the last one standing. And everybody roll for your next Constitution save as the next plate comes in. Literalmente what he needed to succeed. Oh, you guys are really rolling really high for your con saves. Yeah, you all succeed. As you eat your food, Orgas kind of like for a second and then just keeps eating, as his con save was exactly a 14. The dwarf keeps eating normally, the big guy keeps eating normally, and then the last one at the lane kind of stops eating altogether. It's just wheels back. And the entertainer like comes up to him and is like, "Hey man, you okay?" "Oh, just be a second. Sir, you need to keep eating or you're out." "I'm gonna keep eating and you don't tell me what to..." And he pukes to the side. Like, "Oh, looks like we got another out." As he fails his Constitution save. They clean the mess as much as they can, put some drapes on top of it so the smell doesn't like affect the rest of the contenders. And now you will be rolling your next Constitution save. Oh no. You all rolled low. Yeah. You all rolled low.
Del
You
mundo
all,
que
you all failed.
va.
So as the fourth plate comes in, it's full. It's a lot. It's you're eating more than what you're accustomed to. So you start to barf in the food, but it gets to a point where you can't finish your plate. All three of you like back down almost at the same time, as you're all just feeling heavy and slow. You see that the two of you, the giant guy and the dwarf, basically keep eating. They look at each other with this grit of, "You are not gonna beat me this year, not like last time." You're both like escorted. You're all escorted out of the stage as the two remaining players partake. And now, last roll for them. Yeah. So as you guys keep watching this competition with a little consciousness you can muster, you see that the big guy takes a big chunk of leg and it gets stuck in his mouth. And it falls backwards and is unable to complete his food. The dwarf finishes his plate and just screams victory as he sees the winner of the eating contest again this year. And everybody's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have our late winner!" And so they like, clean the whole thing. You guys are given something to down your food a lot easier. Everybody packs up and proceeds to leave the area. Alright. Orgast looks at you, Mito. And he's like, "That was a lot of food. I don't think I've eaten that much food in a while. But next time I'm beating you." Mito, you're muted. I don't know if you're there. I don't know where everybody went all of a sudden.
Espérate. Lo que pasa es que como el monitor no sirve, yo utilizo el televisor, pues al levantar el monitor, para que veas mi cara, no veo la mitad del televisor casi. En cuanto a Alexis, no sé, hago el encantamiento invocativo de Alexis.
Si tú quieres. Pero prácticamente you didn't win the eating contest. You already, everybody dropped at the same time, like literally.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Menos Orgast no me ganó.
Por lo menos. But everybody failed. Actually, Orgast got the highest.
Esa comida y lo puedo retar a él al de cerveza. You know what? Since we failed the food contest, let's go for the beer.
The beer contest, the drinking contest? You guys are full as fuck. You ingest anything else for the next 2 hours, you're going to puke. You'll be starting at a higher DC. You guys need to digest your food before, and you're gonna have like indigestion for a while because of all that food. And if you enter another eating contest the same day, you're gonna have disadvantages. So,
in the power of the DM, el concurso de la cerveza va a ser 7 horas después para tener digestión.
no, the drinking contest should be held either another day or hours after you finish this one.
Está bien, tú tienes toda la razón y ese realismo makes it fun as well.
Yeah. So you find yourselves in the center of the town. You have the town to explore. There's still one activity you haven't done, which is the arm wrestling one, but everybody's like full of food. Varys just went to like put his toys, his collection, like together. He returns. He's like, "Hey, what happened? Did you win?"
Well, didn't lose to orgasm. That's what you're asking.
He looks at Orgas. He didn't? No, we lost at the same time. Well, a tie is a tie.
Why would people subjugate themselves to such torture? Hey! Alexis, tengo una pregunta. Me gustaría ver cómo se comporta. Espera. Escuchas ahora, 1, 3, probando. Ñam.
Sí, ahora se te escucha.
Porque tengo una petición. Me gustaría que. ¿Cómo es? Eileen participara del concurso de cerveza, a ver cómo ella se comporta borracha.
Okay. Pero primero que nada, I assume the other guy left.
What other guy?
Okay, it's a sound effect. Cosa? Jesus. Forget his name.
Varys?
Yeah.
Yeah, he left and came back after the competition ended. Because he was like putting his toys together, checking on Davin, make sure nothing happened, and then returned.
I'm talking about the player. The player.
No, the player left. He left. Jumpy left because he has work at 10, so he's getting ready and going to the airport because he works in badge claim, I think,
Fair
or something.
enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Alright, so there's a drinking contest, I guess.
Yep. Which is the same thing.
Jesus.
It's kind of the same thing. It's different in the sense where you have to outdrink your opponent. Or your opponents, if you're doing it like that. Because the drinking contest has 2 entries. The singles, where everybody like competes individually, or the tag team, where the best out of 3 in a party wins the whole game.
Yeah. I'll join.
Alright.
Memo. Vito se está con ¡Ole, tú puedes!
Alright, so you head inside the tavern where they're preparing for the next their drinking contest instead of the eating one. And there people are signing up, the same lease form, like if you faint during this or have like a high pressure or whatever, we're not responsible because you decided to partake in this event. If something were to happen to you, then you are liable to your own safety. You sign the paper and getting there. So you're signing in as a singles, correct?
Yep.
Singles, already. So how it works is you will be participating against 4 other participants as they are frantically drinking as well. What you will need to roll is a Constitution saving throw, and you'll have to roll every round. It gets tougher, like the DC increases every round until a contestant faints or taps out. Alright, so you all get on your tables, they serve the drinks, put them in front of you, and they ring a gong. Ting! So you take your first drink, so roll for your Constitution saving throw.
14 plus 1, 15.
Success. You succeed, and so these 2, they succeed as well, and then these 2, well, one of them fails. Success, and there's a guy that all of you take your drink, hit the table, and everybody's like, wow, look at all these people drinking. And you see like a halfling that participated in the competition go, doesn't put the tower back, but he just stays there for a second, and then just falls off the stool backwards. Drunk, already passed out. And so they serve you your next round of drinks. Everybody has a laugh about the halfling already getting drunk on his first drink, kind of thing. And so you have your next roll. So roll for your con save.
1 second. Shit. I need to clear this area. Okay, so I got 12. 12?
You succeed. As you drink down your next drink. It's heavier. It's getting to you. Like, you're feeling the drunkenness start to kick in. It hasn't really hit you hard yet, but you're feeling it. This goes out. And so I'm going to roll for the other 3 contestants.
I swear, if the other 3 fail, I swear.
No, one of them failed. So, as you're drinking, you put your drink down and you look to your side. You see the other 2 just drink and slam their jug on the table. You see the third one, he's drinking, puts the cup down. He's like, yeah, let me tell you, these drinks always get heavy. And lands head first into the table, passes out. Everybody has a laugh about it. And they bring you your third drink. So now, roll for your next Constitution save. Now we'll roll for these 2.
Please give me a 20. I'll take it, that's a 16.
That is a success.
Plus 1, it's 17.
You know, I've been rolling, and every time I roll, 1 drops. So it's like... So the next one, you take a drink and you're feeling the effects of alcohol start to kick in your body. And you look to your right, you see foggy as if you had lens distorted on your face. You see to your left, one of them is drinking. Puts the jug down. It's like, well, shit. I don't think I get this high. Seems Martha was wrong. I am stronger than
Yeah.
No, she was right. I need to. And he runs to the outside and starts puking his guts out. He could not hold his alcohol. Now it's down to the final 2. So he is going to roll, and so are you. You're maybe your last and final con save.
Shit.
How much
17.
did you roll? You succeeded! He failed. He failed. As he takes this drink, he takes his drink. Like, you see that the drink actually starts to spill out of the jar itself as he's trying to drink it. Whoa. I don't feel so good. Faints on the table, the chair breaks as he falls to the ground with all his weight. You drink down your whole drink, hit the table, and you're awarded the victor. You're drunk, but you're awarded the victor in the drinking contest. And everybody's like, who would have thought the frail looking tiefling could be the winner, eh? And everybody's celebrating your victory and all that. And so they give you a chance to settle down. They give you food and stuff to help with your drunkenness. You're still drunk. You're fucked up.
The meat hit different.
Oh yeah, the meat hit the frame. So you're drunk, and I'm looking for something. bro. There we go. This thing. Yeah. So you have half movement as you're tipsy and drunk, as you're like trying to find your way around stuff. You're like trying to hold yourself from falling. Yeah. So you're half movement. You don't really have to do anything. You also have disadvantage when it comes to dexterity saving throws because of your tipsy momentum thing. But as everybody's like celebrating, the head Dom comes in with a box similar to the one Astrea pulled from, and tells you, "Well, young lads, looks like you win the famous pool of the year. So," he opens the box. "What do you want from the box of useful things?" And he puts the box in front of you. You can place your hand and ask for anything useful to you.
Anything useful. That's a good one. What would be useful for me exactly?
It could be a weapon, it could be food, it could be anything really. Anything of use.
I mean, if we think about it, I could probably pull a better weapon for myself.
You could try.
Maybe a better type of scythe. I don't know. I'm using sickles right now.
Yes, you are.
So I push my hand in and it just asks for probably a better sickle, something a bit more useful.
You ask for a better weapon, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you put your hand in and you ask for a better weapon. The box interprets to you what a better weapon would be. And so when you put your hand in, you feel you feel a hilt caress your hand as you grab it, and you drunkenly pull the blade out. The blade has a dark edge, covered in this magical energy. It holds some kind of power. To you, it's a black-looking blade. You have no real, como digo, no real way to attain what it is. But it's black in nature. It looks shadowy.
Pregunta, ¿qué pasó? ¿Eileen ganó el concurso?
Huh?
¿Eileen ganó?
Aileen ganó, yeah. She was the last one standing, and she won a pull.
Yo pensé que cuando hablaste de la cuchilla, como estaba haciendo otra cosa, que a lo mejor la borrachera ella sacó su propia arma hacia alguien.
I'm just pulling a better weapon out of the box. Well, as you were, yes, I am drunk as fuck. I can't really decipher what the hell is up with the blade.
Yeah, the sword radiates a dark energy, as you can feel it to your connection with the Raven Queen, and it gives a sense that you could be controlled by the blade if you're not careful.
Which could happen now because he's drunk as fuck.
No, she hasn't really attuned to it.
I'd better lay down and work with this later.
You stole the blade away. Everybody's like cheering, and some of them are like confused, like, "What the fuck did you just pull from that box?" And yeah.
I'm just gonna look at the barkeep and say, "Barkeep, do you have any rooms?"
Here, well, this is more of a restaurant than a tavern. But yes, there's some rooms, I can set up for you. It's just, I forget how much a room is. It's 2 silver pieces for you, lady.
I'll give you a gold. Keep the change. I just need to rest.
Oh, well, thank you for the donation, ma'am. And he like guides you to your room. You lock the door in and just plummet to the to the bed as you faint away into the dream. Mito, you're not gonna do anything? Anything else? There's not much else to do besides exploring and talking. What was that?
Bueno, con toda honestidad, I would like to check on Devin. Me gustaría
Devin?
llevarle algo del viaje.
Well, you could
hay
look
algo
for
que-
something to do. You can
hay
buy
algo-
toys and trinkets. There's stalls everywhere. You could buy food if you want. Everything is accessible. It's just you focus on the minigames.
que Mito, sabría que es la comida favorita de Devin, o que traerle.
Huh?
Mito ex sabría traerle a Devin, pues yo no sé cuánto tiempo se llevan conociéndose. Es que no,
They've known each
in-game,
other for like they've known each other for like let's say a week and a half maybe or 2 weeks. Because you guys have spent some days traveling, stopping on a village and stuff, but other than that, there's not much there, really. You could determine that he likes meat, he likes certain foods, stuff like that, as you watched him. But you don't really know his favorites. Like, that hasn't been a conversation you've had with him.
Pues ya yo sé qué voy a hacer. Quiero ir a donde él está, todo alto,
Okay.
y darle 2 monedas de oro e invitarle a que la pase bien, que yo sigo cuidando el pájaro.
Okay. It's not really a bird, but okay. You walk to you walk to the stables of the Sad Horse Pub. Inside you see Davin. He has a few bite marks on his fingers, on his hand. He's trying to like, play with the little baby thing, keep him fed, occupied, spend his energy and whatever, so it's like sleeping. So when the time you get there, it's been a couple of hours since Varys was last there, and the baby griffin's sleeping. Davin's just sitting there, like fiddling with his fingers, like trying to see if he like broke something or not. So you approach him, and Davin like takes notice. It's like, oh, hey Mito, baby went to sleep, so don't wake him up. So what brings you here?
I've been having a blast there in the festival, and I thought that you shouldn't miss it. So I'm here to relieve you of your duties, and so you can enjoy the festival for a while. Here, I even got 2 gold coins so you can spend to your own pleasure.
Oh, thank you. I'll do that. Thanks. It's been a while since I've seen this festival up close. Maybe I can earn something. And he, walks away and leaves you with the baby griffin. The baby griffin's sleeping, is resting. As you, like, switch.
Before he goes, I know you're working for me, but I wanna show how much I appreciate your assistance. So please go ahead, have some fun.
Thank you. I haven't said this, and we don't know each other for very long, and let's be honest, at first you were gonna kill me, but I appreciate the chance you gave me. Chance to grow and be better than the person I was. And for that, I thank you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll see what food I can get from the festival. And he, like, walks away. A little embarrassed because of showing his feelings and stuff. And he just walks away, and you're left with the baby griffin. Astrea, I don't know if she followed you or not. She's somewhere.
Déjame preguntarle.
No, he muted. That's what that was.
She says yeah, she wants to be with me on the Griffin.
Okay. You stay with her. You're just, looking after the baby. And time passes. The day becomes night as the sun falls. Aileen, it is
Yeah.
nighttime, and you feel like the moonlight hit you across the window. You can still hear the festive music, but you see that most of the stalls are like closed or there's less people. But it is nighttime, and you wanted to explore the nighttime in the crypts. Your drunkenness has alleviated for most of it. You can still feel the effects as a hangover, but other than that, it does not affect your in-game stats or anything else anymore.
So I just get out like.
Yeah, you just have a light headache more than anything.
All right, so I'm going to go down and meet up with anyone from the party who is still awake. To
Yeah.
basically
Varys taps out Mito to take care of the egg in a couple of hours. So Mito should be either resting in his room or in the tavern, just waiting to do anything.
Okay.
When you walk into the tavern, you see Mito. He is sitting there with Astrea just talking about stuff. And I'm going to show you, as you notice from the side of your face, you notice that the bulletin board, where is it? Is it the one? Yeah, the bulletin board still has most of the main quests you had seen, with the addition of the Heroes Festival thing. So they're still there. Some of them are still available to partake if you were to take one of those.
Yeah, but what I'm going to do is basically go out at night and explore the graveyard for the Ravenqueen followers.
Yeah. One of the changes that you notice, actually, Mito, Astrea, and Eileen, could you roll me a perception check, please?
Well, I perceive shit. I rolled a 3. I guess the headache is still affecting me.
Yeah. 14, alrighty. And Mito, let's see if you rolled higher. Nope, Mito is distracted. So Astrea, you're the only person who notices that there's a minor change in the bulletin board. Besides having the additional festival, you also see that one of the wanted posters' reward went up from 50 gold pieces to 150 gold pieces.
What did this guy do?
Girl.
Kelsey Angel, este era el otro personaje que no me acuerdo si era Jumpy, estaba interesado en ella.
Yeah, Jumpy was interested in her because originally her capture was 50 gold pieces, and it was like, why are you giving so much importance to a character that has practically no real reason to be followed or whatever? And he was like interested in her, and the reward went up. Varys hasn't noticed because Jumpy isn't here, but that is one of the recent changes that you see.
Tú eres la única que se dio cuenta de este cambio.
Ella es la única que se dio cuenta, ya. But you can say that you share the information with the rest of the party that there's one poster that its reward went up. There's like a sticker or something that has been pasted over the wanted poster, since they didn't want to reprint and increase the price from 50 to 150.
Nice.
Te percataste de eso, ¿qué vas a hacer?
Captain Jumpy.
You tell Jumpy.
Yes.
Alright. Varys gets informed, and he's interested, but at the moment he's going to stay with the Griffin. It's like, okay, we'll talk about that tomorrow when we got more time. I'm going to stay with the Griffin, so make sure nothing happens to it. And so Eileen, you wanted to do something.
Yeah. First of all, I'm going to basically tell. I'm going to tell the party members that are downstairs of my whereabouts and what am I going to be doing, which is basically going to the cemeteries to explore the crypt, the Raven Queen's crypt.
Okay.
So it's like in case anything happens, basically the SOS is already there.
All right.
Pues que escenario nos puedes enviar el pajarito. Lo que yo
Yes,
puedo
I have indeed.
hacer como jugador, lo que yo puedo hacer es empezar la ceremonia de Talk to Animals para que si pasa algo yo pueda entender a tu familia. Así que
Yeah.
al escuchar eso, te notificó y subo mi cuarto.
Okay.
Menos de que
Oliver.
me aburra y baje a hablar con el Griffic.
Well, you heard him. So, as you tell him about where you're going to be spending some time, as is the graveyard of all places, you head you head from below the city into the inner city and then through the upper city section. You walk for a bit and you see a few people, a few shady people like hiding in the streets, or when they see you, they just walk away, try to avoid contact. Even though you're alone, you give this presence of danger wherever you go. Even though you're a scholar, your tiefling legacy also invokes fear into some people, especially the superstitious. So you walk with little no issue as you head towards these graveyards. You reach the
Excellent.
graveyards, and it's desolate. It's cold, there's some fog, and the light of the moon shines above, so you can see clearly where you're going. And there's not much, it's just tombs, dying, decaying trees. Gates open, there's no real lock on the gate, and you just walk in with little to no issue.
What I'm going to do is basically I'm going to pull out the notes that I took.
Thank you.
The hell was that?
That was
Anyway.
Abner.
I am going to pull out the notes that I took while doing the research earlier this morning, and I am going to seek for information throughout the notes on how to spot or how to find said crypt, whether if in case that crypt was to be either subtle or hidden.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll history because that's something you wrote today. You look at your notes and you evaluate your information. You see that the temple itself is not completely visible in the graves. There are certain crypts that give you an indication that this is the entrance to the temple of the Raven Queen. So with this information, you walk around the graves, looking at your notes and looking at the markings, and you find one catacomb that has a mound covering that back part of it. And it has the insignia of the Raven Queen carved on its steps, which is the insignia is that of a raven on a profile looking to the left. You see the insignia, and that's the most indication you will receive. And so you walk up the small steps and head inside to the catacombs. Inside, there's this cold and frigid presence. There's a bit of fire and torches lit into this ethereal green to bluish tint as you walk towards these catacombs. As you walk to the back of the crypt, there's a staircase leading down into would-be darkness.
Wait, can I see in the darkness? Given the
Because of your
Deep
dark
heritage?
vision. Yeah, you have dark vision, so you can see a bit into the dark. You see, I believe, grayish tones. But
Good
you
enough.
can't see the bottom. The stairs go deeper than your dark vision, which is 60 feet. So you would have to walk a bit before you can see the edge of it.
I'm gonna roll perception to see if there's any traps.
Roll ahead.
18.
18. You don't see any... Well, you don't see any physical traps. What you see are sigils and insignias, but these seem to have been turned off or deactivated recently. They were meant to ward off any adventurer or any would-be attacker. But as you step on them, nothing happens, as these sigils have been deactivated for some forsaken. Either they were triggered or someone deactivated them manually.
After I pass the sigils, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop for a minute. I'm going to pull out the
The
what do you
blade.
call it?
It's a blade.
No, not the blade. The blade is still sheathed. I'm not gonna touch it until like I get out of the stupor because I'm still technically slightly hungover.
Okay.
I mean the book. The book.
The ledger?
The ledger. I'm gonna pull out the ledger, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw down the sigils for future reference. When I find any more information, I can just describe them. Basically, keeping record.
Okay. You write down the markings of the sigils and you write them down. I'm going to ask you to roll me an Arcana check to see if you can actually identify what these sigils did.
I got a 13. That is looking for C modifier.
Your Arcana is
Oh,
plus
Jesus.
5. So you rolled an
Oh,
18. 18.
Well, that's
So,
good.
as you write the sigils down individually and you analyze what you wrote, you see that these sigils are similar to abjuration and evocation spells. But these aren't meant to harm, these are meant to trap. As they're in a circular pattern meant to whoever stepped into the sigils or into the center of this room, they would be either triggered, either trapped momentarily, or some sense of an alarm would have gone off.
All right, so I'm just gonna write down the information next to each sigil.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna continue going downwards.
Okay.
Carefully, of course. So
Mm-hmm.
not fuck myself over in a dark catacomb
Mm-hmm.
far away from everyone else.
Alright.
So I'm just gonna after I finish down, I close the ledger, put it back in my bag, and keep going.
Alrighty. You walk slowly down the steps as you slowly descend a set of stairs heading deeper and deeper into these catacombs. Onto the edge of the steps, you find that it keeps going a bit darker and darker. You can see the lanterns on the walls are deactivated. Their magics have been erased. You see, as you walk forward and forward, you see that there's a body laying down on the ground in front of you.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna roll investigation to
Roll
see
it.
if I can identify what kind of person is dead in front of me, basically.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna ask you,
That's an
investigation, so go ahead.
That's an intelligence. So
Yep.
let's go. 14 plus 3, 17.
17. Alright. As you go to investigate the body, carefully as possible, you see that you don't really see much color, you see silhouettes of color, and the back of this person has been slashed by a bladed weapon, a serrated weapon. and she has the insignia of the Raven Queen, the raven on her back. She was a human, black-haired, and basically was cut down in an attack, with her back turned.
I'm gonna roll perception just in case. 14 plus what? What was perception? Wisdom. Oh, that's a +5. That's a 19.
19. You look down the hallway and you start to listen in to see if you hear any movement whatsoever. You don't hear. What you hear is the sound of dripping water, of howling caverns, but you don't really hear movement. Not that of a bigger creature. If you hear mice, they move about. You hear them squeaking, but no immediate threat.
All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull out the sickle, not the black blade yet,
Of course.
because I'm not gonna subject myself to losing to whatever the hell that could happen. I'm gonna pull out my sickle. I think I still have a poison vial, don't I?
Believe you do. Well, I don't see it, but yeah. I think you should have another blood vial if you wish to use it, or not. Like, you could prepare it later.
What did the blood vial do? Because I don't think
If we don't have it here, that's why. It was a basic poison blood vial. I'm gonna look for here, see if it appears. I wrote poison wrong. And no, it's not here. Here it is. Poison basic vial. You can use the poison in this vial to coat one slashing weapon or piercing weapon up to 3 pieces of ammunition. Applying the poison takes an action. A creature hit by the poisoned weapon or ammunition must make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw or take 1d4 damage. Once applied, the poison retains its potency for 1 minute before drying. So you only have 1 minute before the poison expires.
So if I pull it out of the damn thing,
Yeah, if you douse your blade in it, you only have a minute to use the poison before it dries and loses its efficacy.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep the vial handy, but in case anything happens, I'm gonna stay alert as I walk down, as I keep walking, holding the blade on the other hand.
Okay. You walk forward, slowly but surely. You see, as you continue walking down this corridor, you see another body. You quickly identify it as a human, as her head is tilted down, slashed from the front and thrown to the side. You see another body, again, face forward, with the same sigil, same clothing. Then you reach an opening, where the fires have been doused and everything's covered in darkness. I'm gonna ask you to roll me another perception check, please.
That's a 14 plus. Wait, what was my perception? Wisdom 3, 17.
17. Alrighty.
Yeah.
You look around and you see that this is the center of the crypt. In the center there is an elevation with an altar in the middle. Behind that altar there is a giant raven. A giant raven with his wings spread open, and below that raven there is an effeminate woman. No face, but her hair flowing, almost simulating the hairs of the raven. Her hands stretched forward onto the altar itself. To your sides, you see multiple bodies as they've been killed and decapitated. You also see that one of the bodies does not match those of the surroundings, and when you get up close, it is that of a small goblinoid. It was killed by a magical spell, and his body was left there to rot as they expected it to just dissipate. But the magic preserved it before it was destroyed. Roll me an investigation check on the goblinoid.
Investigation. 1 second. Intelligence modifier, that is a 3. Okay, so I rolled an 11 plus a 3, that's 14.
14. You inspect what remains of the goblinoid. He was killed by one of the sisters of one of the daughters, of the Raven Queen. She was fighting back. The magic severed his face almost completely, but his body remained. On his person, he has several tatters of coins that they left behind. You've recovered 10 copper pieces and 2 silver. And additional to that, you see that he has an emblem you don't recognize. That of a fire with an eye staring right in between it.
On one hand, I'm still on a high alert. On the other one, it'll be a good idea to write this down on the ledger. I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna pull out the ledger real quick, and I'm going to write down the sigils. I'm going to basically make a quick description of the whole scenario ever since I stepped down from the ladder and I found the first corpse, and then all of the everything.
Alrighty.
To basically keep a record, and at the same time, I'm gonna make a small sketch. A quick sketch of the statue of the Raven with the Raven Queen itself.
Alrighty.
Before I don't know if it will help or not. I'm gonna roll Arcana to see if I can at least identify somewhat of the sigil on the goblin.
I'm gonna need you to roll me history instead.
History.
Yeah.
That's intelligence. Yep. Intelligence plus 3. So let's go. Ugh, that's a 13 because I rolled a 10.
13.
Yeah.
Well.
It's not good.
Well, you
It's not bad.
haven't really seen this icon before. A giant eye standing in the middle of waving energy, surrounded by fire, water, earth, and air. You don't understand what it means. To you, you feel like you've heard of this, but this is information or lore that was either forgotten or hidden. Like, you read it once somewhere, but you can't put your finger on it, what this eye meant. What its insignia symbolizes.
Okay, so I'm going to look around the area first before I do anything else. I want to see if I can find any books, any records on the bodies or anything. Maybe I can find some lost information from before, probably a book of rituals for the Raven Queen or anything, or even better, anything that has any information related to said symbol, in case there is an enemy faction that I don't know about.
Roll me an investigation check.
Right. Esto salió 9. That's not good. Let me see. Investigation is intelligence. 9 son 12.
12.
This is a +3. Sí.
List. Okay. You investigate the area, trying to find anything relating to whoever attacked, or whoever had an agenda against you, or any rituals, any rite, anything to tell you what happened here. What you can tell from your investigating, what you could piece together, this was an assault made by an organized group. They attacked with numbers. They overpowered the priestesses or the warlocks with numbers before they could even do anything. You only see one dead body, so you would assume they either hurt the enemy or they just were lucky to even kill one. From their weapons, you can't really determine who they were, but seeing the goblinoid, you think that's either a group of people who uses goblins to their advantage, or they force them to work, or whatever. You can't find anything detailing you who the enemy was, who was the attacker. When it comes to that, you are also investigating to see if you can find any rituals, any pertinent information. You find information about the Raven Queen. You find a passage written by one of her clerics detailing how they used to commune with the Raven Queen. How they didn't use sacrifices, they used vocations. They gave memories to the Raven Queen. The Raven Queen acknowledges your existence, and she only wishes for most, if not all, living creatures to pass their life to the fullest of their extent. If they're killed before their prime, she is saddened but allows the soul to move on. If the creature lives an experience befallen heroes and practically an adventurous life, the Raven Queen could take their favor. And so, a way these priestesses gave to the Raven Queen was one in service of making sure any sentient undead were to be born or released, they were able to inform the adventurers in order to take them out, or take the task upon their hands if they were able. But the other was giving their own memories to her. Like, tell her tales, tell her stories of memories of their childhood, memories of aplenty, and she would accept those with like a caring mother would listen to a child speak.
Okay, so I am going to take any piece of information or anything that's that I find, including any possible medallions or sigils. I'm going to put them in my satchel. I am going to write down anything that I find. I'm going to put the ledger in this satchel too, and I am going to leave the crypt. I am going to head to the library.
All right. You leave the crypt, and as you leave the crypt, you feel the coldness of the crypt. You feel the coldness of the area. What you feel is the emptiness of magic that you thought you would have received if you were closer to your queen. But instead you feel nothing. You feel like something was taken from here, but you can't tell what. As you leave the catacombs, you leave the graveyard, and this empty, somber night, as the birds flock into the night, birds squeal and rodents run. You head back into the city and the people still avoid you. They don't want to deal with you. You see guards let you pass as you venture inward, and you head towards the library. Inside the library, you see the old man that you previously saw, still in his same position. He hasn't moved, reading and writing a book himself, as you may have inspired him a bit to start writing his own memories down. He's distracted as you walk in, as he's writing something very focused. So what do you do?
I'm going to slowly approach him to try to not completely break his focus. Oh Jesus! Give me a second. Vision fatigue. I need drops. Anyway, I'm going to slowly approach him and call to his attention.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna motion him to the room where he led me in, basically in order to not let anyone else know that I'm calling him to that room specifically, so that way I don't rouse too much suspicion in case anyone may be watching.
He like side eyes you. He's like, oh, yeah. He stops his pen, takes a key and gives it to you, and just says, "Return it once you're done, okay?" And he just keeps writing. And so you walk behind him and go into this hidden room inside. You open the room, and on the inside there's, the books you saw. There's multiple pieces of information and lore as you're looking for this information. So now I'm going to ask you, what is it you're looking for?
First of all, I'm going to be looking information on the new sigil that we found on the flaming eye. I'm gonna look for information on that one since I know nothing about it.
Alrighty. Roll an investigation with advantage.
Ooh.
Because you know what you're looking for.
Yeah. Wait.
Advantage. So the highest number of 2.
Con el permiso.
Yep.
19.
Pues yo nos vamos a retirar, que ella trabaja mañana. Y yo llevo 2 días sin trabajar por estar enfermito, así que quiero trabajar mañana también.
Okay.
Alrighty.
It's like I'm gonna finish as soon as
it's done. We're calling it because everybody's leaving. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Gracias. Okay.
Yeah, por supuesto. I hope you have fun. Yeah. Good night. So it was just us now. So, 19, correct?
Yeah.
19. Alrighty, so break.
Hey, that's fine.
Okay, so as Eileen opens books and starts researching information about these sigils, you don't find anything peculiar about them because these sigils are long forgotten. You have to dig deeper and deeper into the room, going back to the area where you find information on a book of legends and myths from a millennia ago. Books written by old elven kind as they were cataloging events that occurred before. What you find in this book is that the eye that you see is called the Eye of Greater Evil. Greater elemental evil, more than anything. It is the eye that guides the prophets of the elemental evils and their agendas. It supplies them with visions and missions to them. gives them paths to take and actions to overcome. From there, it leads you to reading about these elemental evils. You find out that these elemental evils are an old sect that lived way before time. They were originally a drow society sect. But when the drow died or were killed off, that was not explained, the sect died, and so did the power of this creature. The location of this moat, of this creature, was lost to time until a millennia later, where a new person should have found it. You don't know this information because it's not there, but you would assume because something clicks to you. The names of these cults, you've heard one of them. There's the Cult of Fire, the Cult of the Crushing Wave, Cult of the Howling Hatred, and the Cult of Black Earth. The Cult of the Crushing Wave is the one you faced when you were climbing the Youth Springs caverns. The one when your allies killed and ate one of their spellcasters. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. And so, you get a sense that this evil has resurfaced in one way or another. And whatever plans they had must have targeted your sisters of the Raven Queen.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to basically make annotations, write down everything that I can about that information. Simultaneously while drawing the sigils that I found. At the same time, what I'm going to do is I am going to summon the raven that follows me. And how far can he leave? Sorry. How far away from me can he be at one time?
Familiars don't have a distance to how far they can be away from someone, so I'd say unlimited. What they can't is commune with you unless they're 100 feet from you. Like, they can't communicate with you if they're too far away. You can send them with a message or a note, and they can deliver it such as easily as a carrier pigeon or something similar.
All right. What I am going to do, it's basically write the sigil of the Raven Queen and tie it to the bro's leg and send him flying. What I want to do is basically kind of send a message to if he finds anyone with the same sigil, to basically guide them. See if I can get them to the temple that I'm going for, and not to the one that the catacombs, the one on the other city.
So you want to send? Okay, so you want to send your raven to the temple of the Raven Queen on Crescent Moon.
Yeah, basically trying to send a message in Crescent Moon. See if I can find anything. Point is basically make a connection and see if they've had any
altercations,
any contact with the other sect of the Crushing Wave.
Okay. You write a note, correct? You write a letter?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you write this letter describing what you found and your discovery and everything. You write with a very descriptive and very poignant writing. Describe everything in detail. Describe who you are, which you say you are a daughter of the Raven Queen, yourself. You're a follower. You're more of a follower, not a daughter. You're a follower of the Raven Queen, and I found that your sister temple or your sisters were slain by a cult aligned with the crushing wave. And so you finish this letter, give it to your raven, and send it flying. The raven kind of nods and goes flying to find your sisters. Raven flies off, so you're gonna follow the raven. The raven flies off into the sky, into the night of the sky, practically disappearing in a blink of an eye. We're gonna cut away to Crescent Moon, where you see that there is a temple. Crescent Moon, there is a temple right in the center, like close to the center of Crescent Moon. In the front, there is this beautiful maiden wearing the cloak of the Raven Queen. And your raven flies down and drops the letter with the insignia. As she reads the letter, give her a moment, and she turns onto the inside. A few moments later, your raven returns. As you're back to your room, you hear your raven land on the outside and knock on the window. You see that the raven has something attached to its leg.
I'm gonna take whatever is attached to his leg and inspect it. I'm gonna inspect it.
All right.
So that would be an wait. Would that be investigation or insight?
Investigation. Insight is to determine their meaning, maybe. But but the writing is investigation, if you wish.
All right. I rolled an 11 plus 3 of intelligence. That gives me 14.
14. Okay, so you read the letter. The letter states that she is happy to know that we have a follower of the Raven Queen amongst the living in the city of Erlen Vita, but she regrets to inform you that we have not had any altercations with the crushing wave or the sister cults. This is news to her, but she requested one of her priestesses to ask the Raven Queen anything she knows, and she will answer you back in a few days or in a few moments with new information to detail you what she knows. But for now, you should rest, and rest assured that the sisters were accepted in the Shadow Queens received her.
What I'm going to do is basically, I'm going to catalog the letter within my ledger, and then any tome scrolls or any like paintings that I found doing the inside the crypt when I was investigating, I'm going to basically hand them over to the librarian for keepsake.
Okay. And you give him these books, and he's like, "Where did you find these books?"
Well, I had a bit of a. I had to go and explore an old catacomb. It used to be something grandiose, but it all feels so cold now.
I see.
There may be more to happen within than what I saw. So I'm still investigating. So you can expect more stuff to come.
I see. Well, I will keep this in the back, where people can keep their prying hands away from books. And he puts him to his side. It's and he asks you because he sees your face, he sees your expression change from when he previously saw you. It's are you okay? You seem distraught.
Oh, I was not expecting to. It seems that what I have found is greater than what I could have ever imagined. We may be facing the resurgence of an ancient evil into these lands.
Oh, the last thing we need is another cult to pop up.
So I believe so, and I will try. I will do my best to. I will do my best to stop this, because it does not bring good news to anyone.
I see. Well, you do your research and I will do mine. If you need any help at all investigating a creature's or cult's past, you can always count on me. Seriously, I have no other research in mind. Just, if you really need help, you can count on me.
Thank you very much. As a matter of fact, I think I may have some work for you.
Oh.
And what I'm going to do is basically give him a drawing of the sigil of the evil sigil, and ask him basically to gather any information to any related cults to that. Because if any previous heroes wrote books that have been kept hidden, it could lead to more information and possibly tips on how to stop them or absolutely defeat them before anything worse comes to pass.
I see. You give him a copy of the insignia, and he looks at it. He's like, well, I've never really seen this insignia. I will try my best to dig deep and find what you are looking for. He puts the paper down and practically starts writing some notes here and there, and says, I will begin my research soon. If I find anything, you will be the first to know.
Thank you very much. You've been a great help. And I pass him the keys to the back
to
room.
The back door.
That
yeah.
way, because he technically gave him. I gave him back the keys before I leave.
Thank you. I almost forgot about the key. And he pockets the key, and you leave the area, saying your goodnights, and you head to your room.
I think we can end it.
Yep,
we can end it here for now.
As you go to bed, you feel a sense of trouble is heading your way. You weren't expecting to see your sisters dead, especially that way, in a gruesome execution. But you have hope that you will be able to avenge them, like you will avenge your family, the ones in the village. And so you find trouble sleeping, but find it nonetheless. And that is where we end the session.
Ooh.
A bit of a lore dump this session at the end.
This is gonna get good.
Yeah. I even bought the book. Yeah. So that's about it. Yeah, this, we really need to find a schedule where everybody's available, though. Because having people drop in and leave, it's annoying.
Somebody's going to be very, very surprised when he finds out that we have another cult in our hands.
Yeah.
It's like we just got rid of a couple cliffs, and now this.
God damn it. It's like, como que, another cult? Are you fucking kidding me? Because it's a problem that Faerun has. It has the Forgotten Realms and every other D&D campaign. It has so many cults, so many gods, so many evil beings that cults are usually the problem of everything.
Yeah.
Like you play Neverwinter and it's like, oh, the Cult of the Dragon Queen, no, Cult of the Elemental Evils, no, Cult of this, Cult of that, and it's like, can you stop with the cults, please? They're everywhere. But yeah, your problems have only started to come out. Right now, you're discovering a ploy and a plot that will begin to start to flesh out slowly. Right now, the Cult of the Elemental Evils is your goal. And so,
Well,
you'll be learning more about that soon as as I read the book and get all the lore in my head so I can spill back to you. Most of what I told you is what I learned like a week ago. And I was learning for like 100 pages, so yeah. There's a lot more to learn.
I mean, I would totally buy the freaking lore book, but that's expensive.
No, this is like $50 or 30 if you find it in a discount, like I did. So yeah. Anyway,
I may have to switch for this.
Yeah. I'm going to call it a night, and I'm gonna start recording.
Yeah.
So yeah. Vamos a ver si jugamos más tarde or somewhere else, some other time, where everybody's available.
I wanna see the videos though, dude. You need to upload them.
Yeah, I need to make sure not record, but like edit some of the videos